Billy, that's you? Billy, that's you?
First, I do care about the turtles, and I do not like straws because of that, sure.
I love a straw. I love a good straw. I love sucking on shit. Not dicks or anything. Nothing
115 10.
Nothing homosexual.
1 3
That
2019.
makes sense.
Okay. That's
right.
gonna be in the opening video. Oh. Oh my god, bro. There is no one like you. You are...
But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' handheld. Give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump, they will not criticize. Still question Obama like my nigga lied. White girls used to sell my dick a ride. Out here switching sides. Crossing ship to mind the window cause they living blind. And they sold that, show it. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm one of your 7 victim. Hell's free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses what I give the masses. My whole arm, there are no walls. I ain't kissing asses, the shit, and I don't stop. Don't stop. She ain't bars, the enemy, she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby, like babies. Why they need it back to drive? Horsepower, speed is punching. Smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these are stunning. Ain't me like Jesus functions. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan, water, B. I eat a peanut buzzing. Fuck your family, they ugly. You can keep your needle cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is by the hour and I need 100. I seen your ship and see it sunken, missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beaming bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker, she bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul, press hold if God calls.
Bam, bam, ba-dam, bam. Hello, Creighton.
Hello. Cash
What are
App
you
has a stream?
What?
I'm just looking at my suggested or recommended channels, and Cash App has a stream.
I wouldn't be surprised. They're constantly giving money to big giant streamers.
Oh. I wonder what they're talking about.
What?
I wonder what they're talking about.
Probably Amazon. I don't know. 'Cause the guy that owns Cash App or runs it, his name is Jack Dorsey. He's the guy, or not Amazon. Sorry, Twitter. He owns Twitter. He's at Jack on Twitter. He's the guy that created it.
Do you want to talk about what we were talking about before the podcast?
What? What?
About
Just
which
bring up the
friends
thing.
we can kill and how?
Oh yeah, I can talk about that.
Yeah.
Hey Buffer. Ooh,
Oh,
speaking of friends,
I'm
that I
gonna-
can kill and how.
Can I turn this a little?
What? Oh my
It's
god,
very-
you're so weird.
It has to be symmetrical.
It's not though. That's the
It's
thing. Look at
lined
this
up.
desk.
It's lined
How
up.
is it symmetrical?
It's lined up with this screen.
That's not.
It's turned
That's not
towards-
symmetry.
Also,
Nothing
I
about it
wanted
being
it-
lined
I
up with this
wanted it
monitor. I'm
turned
sorry you
towards
guys
me.
can't see this. What?
I wanted it turned towards me. Also, Kristen's here.
Yes, Kristen is here.
Like, not just in the chat, but physically. Like, right there. Look at her.
And he didn't even ask if she wanted to be seen on
Oh,
camera, which
my
is
bad.
nice.
Hey, did you want to be seen on camera? Oh.
Look, now she'll never know if she wanted to or not because
She-
you didn't ask.
Well, she said she can't see anything, so.
I can't see. Well, I mean, it's on my thing. So
Oh.
She's watching it.
yeah.
She's in the viewer thing.
Oh, so she's here.
Hey,
and
Bumper.
She's here.
Hey Bumper, how's it going? Did you pick up on what I was putting down when I said that?
So, wait, so you said you couldn't kill Quentin.
Not that I couldn't. It wouldn't be hard. He's basically paper mache. It would be pretty easy to kill Quentin. The hard thing would be dealing with the repercussions of if his mother found out it was me. Because I'm afraid of that woman.
That
She seems like a very powerful woman.
That sounds like the preset of a Lifetime movie. Like, you know? Like,
A Lifetime movie?
Yeah, will this mom figure out if her son's friend killed her son or not? Like, and it'd be all about her search for truth, and then she kills you at the end.
A Lifetime movie?
Yeah, that's how a lot of Lifetime movies are.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
I thought Lifetime was like all happy, like blah, blah, blah,
No, you're
gushy,
thinking
like,
about
like
what's that
civil
called?
problems at home that
What's
get
the
resolved.
card company? That,
Hallmark.
you're thinking of
Hallmark's
Hallmark.
what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the setup for a Lifetime.
Has there
movie.
ever been a good Hallmark movie?
They're all the same.
Isn't
They're all the same.
isn't like my grandma fucking loves those movies, but isn't Sweet Home Alabama a Hallmark movie?
I don't think
I
so.
don't even know what that is.
With Reese Witherspoon and that guy that's married to the girl to Kristen whatever the face is that voices Anna. Kristen
Dax
Bell.
Shepard?
Kristen Bell.
You talking about Dax Shepard?
That guy.
I hate that I figured that out because I know those things that you said. I hate that you were able to explain it that way and me understand. 'Cause
It
you
is Dax
sounded all
Shepard,
over
isn't
the
it?
place. Yes, it's Dax Shepard. Dax Shepard is married to.
No, I mean,
Kristen Bell.
is he with Reese Witherspoon in that movie?
I don't know. I don't know what the movie is. That's what this
Sweet
started
Home
as.
Alabama? You've never seen Sweet Home Alabama?
No,
It's like,
I don't. Creighton, I don't have television. I haven't had television in like 8 years.
you should watch it. Like, it's a very cheesy movie, but it's also kind of cool. Like, there's lightning that strikes sand and makes cool patterns and shit. There's a plane that lands on the water.
Lots of planes land on water.
No, but this one's, you could see it. It's cool. And there's a dog.
You could see it. It's cool.
And there's a dog.
Killing you would be easy. Killing you would be so
How
easy.
so?
It just, I'm telling you, don't understand. You're so jaunty and like, you're like Hiccup in the first How to Train Your Dragon, but before he's cool. You're like constantly walking around with this weird air of like, there's nothing could happen to me. I'll always be okay. That's like what you seem like you're thinking constantly about yourself and like your place in the world. Like I could be better at this thing or this. Yeah, like you've got your internal struggles like everyone does, but in terms of your own mortality, you walk around with this weird guise of like, yeah, I'm okay. Nothing could happen. I'm not gonna get mugged. No one's gonna kill me. Like it would be a matter of like picking out of a fishbowl from 1,000 Ways to Die. I could just make one of those things happen. I could literally just pull strings and be like, okay, how do I push and nudge Creighton into this direction of his demise? It'd be pretty
So
easy. I
you
feel
play
like.
the long game?
I mean, I could just beat you to death with a baseball bat. Like, it would, either one.
But which one would you do?
I'd probably pick the more complicated, hilarious scenarios.
But what if it fails?
I'd try again.
Would you tell me about it if it fails? So that I could laugh in your face and be like, haha, try again.
Only right before a successful one is taking place. So that, like, it
So
has
I'd
worked
have to-
and you're dying. Like if poison was one, if I was poisoning you and you were already poisoned and it was over and there was nothing you could do to fix it, I'd be like, hey, like, Saturday I fucked up and didn't kill you. But you're poisoned. You'd be like, wait, whoa, what? And then
Would it be a
Then I'd laugh when I saw your face like a freak. See, I love really dark shit. It's like, I would love seeing your face if you knew I killed you.
Would
Because I'm crazy.
Wouldn't it be
I
like
love
a
that
crazy plot twist? Like, if I was like, oh, the poison won't work on me, Charlie. I've been drinking little bits of poison for years to build up my immunity.
Okay, Wesley.
Who's Wesley?
Princess Bride.
I've never seen Princess Bride.
You-
It's on Disney Plus now, though, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't know why it's on Disney. It's not a Disney.
Sorry,
movie,
everybody.
is
I have
it?
to figure this out. I mean, it probably is.
Maybe.
Hold on. I have to figure this out. If this is true, it's what I'm doing as soon as the podcast is over.
Is that the one with the guy who's wearing the mask? He's like, okay.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh, is that what you're gonna say? Is the poison killing me?
No, I'm gonna say my name is Christopher Capone.
You killed my father. Prepare to die. And then I'd be like, but Charlie, your dad's alive.
Oh, it's on here. Let's fucking go.
I told
Yes,
you.
I'm so. That's gonna be one of those.
Wait, is it a
movies-
Disney movie?
I mean, it's on Disney Plus.
Click on it. Let's see what. No, it's not a Disney movie. Is that Andre the Giant?
Yeah. He's like one of the main characters. He's amazing. Oh, shit! The weather today in Acadia Parish, Louisiana. 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Precipitation 0. Humidity 77%. How do they know it's 77%? They
Wait,
always
what?
round it. They
Same-
always round it to 15%, 20%. How the fuck do they know the precise, 7 miles per hour wind on Thursday.
That's
11
kind
p.m.,
of chilly though for Alabama.
April the 7th, 2020. That was the weather in Acadia. Again, everybody, we are doing the weather
Acadia in the
alphabetically.
mountains?
All the counties in America, we are going to work our way
Yeah.
through.
We should be done like what, 3 years, 4 years, or 8 years?
More like 8 or
was,
9 years. Yeah, if we do podcasts every day. And that's what we did one every day. So really more like anywhere from like 8 to like 12 years. So we're really setting ourselves into the long game. We're 2 days in.
So when we're doing
We're 2
this from
days in.
VR and whatever, like we'll be like,
Yeah, dude, imagine doing a podcast in VR.
that'd be
Where like
fun.
everyone viewing has a VR on. And
and like there's an audience.
yeah,
over
like
here.
we set it up like OBS is a thing in VR still, like, cause they'll do it. And like imagine podcasts in VR where if they're live like this is on Twitch, to stream VR Twitch, you can get a like access key to the chat or to the room, and it puts you in an audience like you're watching stand up or something. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Ooh,
if you could just
that'd be
watch from the
cool.
crowd and then see other people in VR.
Did you see how Quentin watches Netflix? On
Yes,
his VR?
it's amazing.
So to a little bit
Have you
of
ever used VR
backstory.
before?
A little bit of backstory. Yesterday we didn't do a podcast because we were playing with the VR thing that Quentin has.
That's not the only reason.
I mean, like
but
it's a large.
It's a
reason.
large part of the reason. Here's the thing. They got here at like,
Nine-ish? Yeah.
but what happened, and we played with it for a while, but then my roommate came in, and my roommate never gets to play with VR.
Yeah.
And my roommate is a big nerd. Like, the biggest nerd on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, he had my whole setup looking like he was fucking hacking NASA. He had like 25 different notepad pages and source code pages on my computer, like coding the VR into my computer so that he could live stream what was happening in VR to my PC, not to the TV monitors, which is what you can normally do with VR, because you're supposed to be able to just cast it directly. But it won't work with my TV because of what my kind of TV mine is. So instead, he set it up to where it would just hook right in, like Bluetooth right into my PC.
Is it still hooked up like that?
Technically, I think he has to. I think what you have to do is plug it into the PC for a second and let it detect it, and then unplug it, and it would connect.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Pretty sick. So we could always see it like we did last
Yeah.
night. But it took him a long time to do that, and by the time he got that working, it was like 11:30. So I was like, Creighton was really tired anyway.
Yeah.
Creighton was like asleep by like midnight-ish, just
Well,
kind of
and
napping.
I
or like
was-
half snapping. He was
I
like
was
on the bed just like
tired
like dozing in and
before
out.
like we even came over here, because like me and Quint were watching Clone Wars in about 6, and I just ate like a bunch of food.
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
shit all day yesterday though. It wasn't just that.
Yeah.
Like you were cutting grass, you were out doing shit.
Yeah,
You had
my
a day
mom
off.
got a new car. Like I'm in my, I guess my
Congratulations,
mom's
Kimberly.
old car, which is now my grandma's car, and my grandma's car is going to my brother, and I'm getting my brother's car. So now I have like 5 cars. And
You have too
it's,
many
It's
vehicles.
a whole process.
You need to get
I'm
rid of
planning
some
on getting rid of
vehicles.
some of them, so it's all good. Do you want to hear the weird thing? I gotta buy tires for this car so I can get the other car.
Wait,
Right?
for the truck?
No, for the
Oh, you drive the car here?
the
Or
Equinox.
You drive it here?
Not my mom's new car, but her old car.
Wait, you have to get. You got to get tires for the new car?
The Equinox, which
For
is
your
the
mom's
old
new-
car. So, right?
There are too many old
it's
and
a
news
layer.
happening.
It's a
Musical
layer.
fucking cars. Exactly. Hey, Lacey.
It's layers. It's layers of planning going into this. But the good news is, I just gotta buy tires and then I get a car. Isn't that a weird thing? Like-
Good news. Yay. I don't know. You know me. I'm like the last person to care about.
I just want a fleet of
Cars-
vehicles.
cars
So
and shit.
technically speaking, I'd be an admiral when it comes to like cars.
This Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, I will be hosting a podcast with Big Bro Fly.
Oh, you doing it?
Yeah, I'm doing it Monday at 2 p.m. I'm gonna
Ooh.
go ahead and I'm gonna say it every like 30 or 40 minutes
Yeah.
just to like reaffirm for people that get here at certain points.
Yeah,
in the podcast.
that'd be cool. So I'll try to tune in if
Yeah,
I
I
can,
told-
because I'm gonna be getting ready and going to work around that time.
Mhm.
But
Uh,
good news, we'll be doing a podcast after that. like,
Yes.
that night, so we can talk
As long
about
as
this too.
the world doesn't catch on fire.
Yeah. Do you wanna do you wanna like? Are you gonna have clips for that, or are you just gonna like kind of wing it and then like
What do you mean clips?
like clips for us to kind of rewatch with the Shirts Off podcast crew? You know?
Oh, maybe I don't know. Well,
Or are you just gonna play it by ear?
so I'll do that podcast like I do these in terms of record it, put it on YouTube. It'll be a different name on YouTube because it won't be Shirts Off podcast.
Yeah.
It'll just be like an interview.
Do you want me to promote it? Promote it? Oh, we got. Thank you. Her chicken.
Her.
chicken. Yeah. We'll just call her Chica.
Jika?
I like Chica.
I like
Chica's
Jika too. Jika sounds nice. Thank you for following Jika1980.
Yeah.
Are you 40 or 39 years old? Anyway, Big Bro Fly is a very awesome person in this community. Creighton doesn't know him yet. He'll get to know him more
I want to
on
know.
Monday whenever he listens. It probably won't be on Monday that he hears it.
If you want me to, like, I could come a little bit early before I go to work and just kind of hang out. Like, not be on the podcast itself, but just kind of hang out and listen in.
Or
It's up to you.
I mean, I wouldn't care, but probably better not to. I'd rather you just listen to it, and,
Yeah.
like with the audience,
Well,
because it's not gonna be like this. You know, we're pretty
Yeah.
goofy on this
Yeah.
show. This one's gonna be a little more serious, like tone,
Do you
like because
still
he's got like
wanna
he's got something to kind of tell. He's got like
Yeah.
a story to really tell everybody.
Do you still want to promote it through all the Shirts
Yeah, I'm
Off
going to. I'm gonna put it
things?
everywhere. I
Do you
told him
want me to
tonight
put
would
it
be the
in my
first
stuff
time.
too?
If you want, it's
Yeah,
up
I'll
to
put
you.
it through my stuff.
I told him tonight would be the first time I talk about it, like on the podcast, and then tomorrow I'll probably start like putting
Really
out
promote
daily
it.
reminders, like
Yeah.
on Monday, blah blah blah.
We just need to have like an ad, like Charlie's interview with Big Bro Fly
Exactly.
on Monday.
Well, so what I'm thinking is I'm gonna start doing more Discord interviews because like the reason I was kind of giving myself reasons not to do them. The main one being that I liked that we were doing this,
Yeah.
and that didn't work all the time because the Discord interviews weren't always the greatest because in terms of like connection issues. So what I think I'm gonna do instead is start getting these people in Discord calls. With him, I'm not even. We're gonna make it work whether our connection's good or not because that's like one I really want to get done. But I think I'm gonna start doing those more often anyway, just to kind of have a win-win for you and me in terms of start maybe letting our audiences be at different times of the day and see if that'll work.
Yeah.
Because I figured, what's a way we can test that without having to compromise you going to work or you having to like dodge other shit so you do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do this, and at the very least see what kind of audience I can still pull during different times of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
That would be fun.
we've always, not always, but lately especially, we've been wanting to maybe
Branch out.
branch out and go to like a different time of the day. You know, whether it was noon or 1 or 2 or whatever, kind of afternoonish. Like, our only big problem was we don't want to start doing that
And stop.
and not do it anymore, because then you're losing any viewers you did have, and what happens to the old viewers, and you don't want to make everybody uncomfortable.
Well, I still think the normal shirts off time should be still like around 11:30, 12.
Yeah.
And then we'll just try the extra shit on the side.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
So I got some news.
What's your news?
I'm gonna be heading out, not this Thursday, but Thursday after next, to the beach.
Oh yeah.
Potentially.
Okay.
So I think if you want to do, we could do like an extra one that Sunday, and then that way it'll be 4 for that week all together, and then we just won't do one that Thursday. And I should be back I'll be back for sure.
I don't know if I'll be able to that Sunday, because this next coming weekend I might go back to work.
Oh,
I'm not
really?
sure yet. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't
Look
know.
at you. Congratulations.
I don't know.
Well, maybe that week we could try.
No one's told me anything. I've just one person said it might happen that weekend, so we'll know more. But if not, we'll always be able to make it up another time anyway.
Well, maybe that. Well, I was gonna say, like, maybe that week could be like a week we try like a morning podcast, and see how that goes.
Potentially.
What?
I thought you were gonna say something.
I thought
had
you
that
were gonna
face
say
of, like,
something.
We got
both
caught in that that loop.
Now we got a kiss because we looked at each other and it was like a moment of pure passion.
That's not
what it was?
That
I
was
felt the
more
heat
a
of the
moment
moment.
of confusion.
I
than
felt
passion.
the heat of the moment, Charlie.
Is that passion to you?
Yeah.
Great, and I feel like I've figured out the issue to you and all your passion relationships. You've been confusing confusion with passion.
Well, they've been confusing confusion with passion too, because it was reciprocated. Reciprocated.
There you go.
Yeah. There's an O in there?
Yeah, but you
Or
kind
is
of.
it an I? Reciprocated or reciprocal? Well, we have technology. Reciprocating. Reciprocated.
Is that the right word? Reciprocate.
Echolocation.
RECIPROCATE.
Wow.
So the last one's an A.
I.
Respond to by making a correspond.
Let's hear how Google pronounces it.
Reciprocate.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We get it, Karen. Jesus.
Dude, no, have it pronounced
Reciprocate. My headphones are like that. Whenever I cut them off, they go power off. Like they say it like that.
Oh,
it's like a
I've
British
had
lady.
those, yeah.
They're terrifying. I hate those.
It's like Angry Siri.
Imagine if AI happens, and it is bad. Siri's gonna be the first one to attack. Like Siri's gonna be fuck you and
we've
all
talked
your
about
ridiculous
before,
requests.
But, like, have you seen like the creepy shit like AIs or like Siri and like Alexa will say?
Yes, I hate it.
Yeah, we were gonna watch a video. Remember that one time you were like, "No, fuck that."
No, I
and
don't
then I
like
went
that.
home and I was
I've
gonna
seen
watch
enough.
it, and it started creeping me out, and I was like, "I'm good."
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is watch fucking Black Mirror and just have my world torn apart.
Well, I just need to watch it during the day, and I think I'll be good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nighttime's kind of scary, especially at my house because it's haunted. So, like,
Evening. Hello, Dilton.
Hello, Joseph.
I love you. I miss you. Help me.
Do you want to hear
Please.
some
Oh,
ghost stories about my house?
I don't know. I hate scary shit, Creighton.
Okay, look, this one isn't that scary.
But, like, not scary to you is just like everything else that's not so something to you. Every time you're like, Charlie, it's not that bad. It's real bad. It's like all your it's gonna be okays are like.
I'm like, Charlie, it's not that bad. Your house burned down. Get over it. Come on.
I would say too soon, but I really just don't care.
I feel like build a bridge and, like, take parts of that bridge to rebuild your house.
Tell one ghost story.
Okay.
You fuck.
un
Just to
ghost
stop
story.
you from talking about my fucking house.
Okay. The ghost of your house. No, I'm just kidding. But, so, this is like back in the
her name was Apple.
80s or 90s when my mom was in college, and her boyfriend at the time had bought her a bunch of balloons and flowers, and she had put it in her room. And you've been to my house, so you know my mom's room is like that. Room that's all the way at the end of the hall on the left.
Okay, I know that now.
Okay, and then my grandma's room is that other room almost all the way in the hall on the right.
Okay.
But the door frame's a little bit lower than, or further down the hall than my mom's, like coming back towards you, or further out the hall, I guess. Anyways,
Okay.
I'm trying to give a layout because it's important. So my mom was off at college or something like that. She wasn't at home, and it was just my grandma and my grandpa. and they were doing that thing like back in the 80s and 90s where you sat in bed and just read like newspapers and shit until you fell asleep. Or
Those
whatever.
poor bastards.
So-
Imagine living life like that. Imagine laying in your bed with a book, not because you like laying in bed with a book is not bad.
Yeah.
But imagine
Just not having anything else.
that's your only option. Is you lay there with a book, or
it wasn't
you
bad
don't.
for them at the time, and I can see them clear as day doing it now because I remember growing up with them being like that when
Yeah.
I was like 3 and 4 because we didn't have this shit when we were growing up.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
we're the first generation to have it like after being a
Yeah.
child. Like the kids who are like 17, 18 right now have had it ever since they can remember.
Mhm.
They're the first ones.
But anyways,
Hello,
I'm
Chris.
sorry. I'm getting to digress. They were sitting there reading, right? It's probably about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. It's dark, and they just got their
What's
lamps,
night?
their bedside lamps on.
Okay.
So, they're sitting there reading, and one of the balloons comes floating into their room. It ducks underneath the door frame,
I've got a scary one. To
and
say
then it
after
comes
this.
up to them, and it turns like it's looking at them, and then it goes back out in the hallway. And my grandma looks over at my grandpa and goes, "Did you see that?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he got up out of bed like to follow it, and like he got in the hall and like into her room, and like it was still sitting there like nothing had happened, like and it was so like grandma tells it like she's like, "I swear to God this happened," because it's so creepy and there's no like way to like really like explain that, you know, and. Like my favorite part of that story is like my grandma looking at my grandpa going like, "Did you see that?"
Balloons are possessed. Because I have a balloon story.
But it was like somebody was holding it. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
Just,
Oh,
and it
no,
turned
I
and
know.
looked at them.
I know.
Okay, so what's your balloon story?
My first trip to Anaheim with everybody, I met up with a friend of mine. His name is Rob. On Twitter, I don't know what his Twitter is now. He's changed his Twitter 400 times. He used to be R&R TV. For
Mhm.
anyone in here that would remember him, like Bumper or Chris or Dilton maybe. Rob is from
Jimmy.
Nevada.
Oh.
He lives in North Carolina now, actually, like 3 or 4 hours away. Or Atlanta. He lives in Atlanta, not North Carolina. Back to R&R. Yes. Oh, yeah, he changed it back to R&R. So, Rob. Anyway, I'm with Rob and his friend Kanax, who is Hawaiian.
Ganache. Sorry.
Kanax. We used to call, my brother used to call him Kasnacks because it was easier to say for him. So, Kanax,
Oh,
me
Michael?
and Rob, Michael. Me, Rob, and Kanax go to a friend of Rob's named Sinatra, who's also in the community, a COD guy. We go to a house party that he's having, and nothing against Sinatra. Rob and I and Kanax weren't really feeling the party,
Yeah.
so we decide to leave.
Yeah.
And this party is at an Airbnb that they're renting in like a relatively like okay, nice neighborhood. It's not like super amazing, but it's pretty nice. But it's like nighttime. It's like 9-10 p.m. and it's dark, and no one else is at any house in the neighborhood. And we call an Uber, and we kind of walked away from the house because we didn't want them to see that like.
You guys were leaving?
Yeah, well, not that. So we told them we were leaving. We told them we were leaving because of I forgot the reason. We made up some bullshit reason. We were like, we're leaving because like someone needs us at another house party or whatever the fuck, and we were like, we just weren't feeling because they were all like, it was just weird. It wasn't like a party. It was like
party or like
no, it was like them all
drugs
sitting around.
and
It
stuff.
was weed, nothing, no real drugs.
Yeah.
Everyone was sitting around just doing nothing, but we were just bored, and we like all of our friends that we knew really well were somewhere else, and Rob was like. Rob had just become pretty good friends with Sinatra, and I guess was kind of extending an olive branch in terms of like, yeah, we're friends. We'll come to the house party, you know, just being like nice because he invited them. And we got there and we were like not feeling it. So we go to leave and we like decide to walk like a block down just so no one sees us when the Uber comes and like sees that we weren't really rushing to leave. You know, we were just kind of chill. So we're sitting there, and right away leaving the house, we're like, damn, there's no lights on in any other house, no light, and no people anywhere.
Ooh, that's
Which was weird.
terrifying.
Like, that was kind of scary. So we're sitting there, and there's one street light, like a block and a half down, and we go stand under that light. We're standing under the light. What? What are you looking at? Now I'm scared. You were just like, what the fuck was that?
Kristen's like looking over here.
She whipped her head and got all nervous and looked at the ceiling.
She
That scared
probably
the
heard
fuck
the
out
bump.
of me.
There was a bump up there.
Okay, Jesus. Now I'm scared.
There's like 9 animals in this house.
More than that.
or 10 how many?
10 or 11.
10 or 11 animals.
1,
live in
2,
his house.
3, 7, 11. Yeah, 11. There's 11.
Kristen said, "Why are they not down here?"
Because Evie's mean to other animals.
You people murdered them.
Evie will try and fail to murder the other dogs because all the dogs are bigger than her. Huh?
They're all dogs?
No.
3 other dogs, 7 cats.
I love cats.
Cats are dope.
Well, that's 10 animals.
Evie.
Oh yeah, 11. Then there's the
Let
chinchilla.
me tell my balloon story.
Okay.
So we're standing under this light in this neighborhood we've never been to in the middle of California. 1,000 or more miles from home between the three of us. 2,000 miles away from
Ghost
Kanax's
stories,
home, who's
Dylan.
in Hawaii. I am actually here now.
We're talking about
Wait,
ghost stories, Dylan.
Wait, well, oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm telling. It's not even a ghost story.
Well, like
it's
it's
just
just
scary,
creepy stuff that happens.
scary shit. So
Go ahead, tell
so
it.
we're standing there waiting for our Uber, right? And the guy says, "I'll be there in like 5 minutes. Don't move." And then I don't know why I remember that he said, "Don't move." No, I do. It was because Rob said, "Why did he say don't move?" That's a weird thing to say. Why would the Uber guy respond, "Don't move"? Like, we were just sitting there confused by that, and we were just like, this is dumb.
Maybe he just didn't
And then
wanna, like,
Kanax
lose you
was
guys.
joking around and was like, I mean, I'd say it too if I saw us. Like, look at us. We're in a dark, like, neighborhood. It's like literally no lights are on except the one we're standing under. We can't really see past the light very well. And right when he said we can't see past the light very well, or whatever he said, I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
He said something, and right as he said it, a white balloon, like, very rapidly starts coming at us by itself. It's got a string on it, and the string is just barely grazing the ground, and there's nothing attached to the string. It comes right at us, and we're like, whoa. Like, we just go, whoa, dude. Because it's like, by the time it's like at where the window is, we see it, and we're like, bro, look at that balloon. And it comes at us, and it's coming at, there's no wind. Like, no wind at all. It is, like, still air. Like, we were very, like, aware of what was happening. It comes at us, and it just passes right by us. And we just watch it. It goes, like, 25 more feet, and then it just stops. It doesn't hit anything. It's in the middle of the fucking street. Not the middle of the
And it
left
doesn't
lane
float
or
off
the
or
middle of the
anything?
right lane. In the middle of the road, it is sitting there. And then it just floats straight up in the air.
Oh.
Not like off at an
Oh.
angle or like over a house. It stops and goes straight up.
Oh.
It was fucking. We ran down the street. We ran down the street and waved when we saw the Uber. we like this. We were so, it was horrifying. I will never. Was the clown shit wild there? For you
Yeah,
guys?
it was. But like that was more like in this side of the coast, not the other side. Oh, thanks for the follows, you guys. Who was it?
Whoa.
You got the list. Tell me.
Penis Master 2005. Spelled one letter off of Penis Master 2005. clever name. Ice Wall.
I swallow.
I swallowed today. That's a good one. They're getting us. These guys are getting us. You don't gotta ban them. Why are you banning them all? What'd they say? Hold on. What'd they say?
Can you see what they said?
Okay. No, we're just not gonna talk about it. Damn, Lina, I see you.
I mean, people
Yeah,
have
you're
said worse in the
moderating.
chat.
Huh?
I mean, people have said worse in chat.
That's true, but they also have. It's pretty. It's a good band. It's a solid band to ban. Good band. What'd you say though?
Nothing. So the balloon went straight up.
The balloon went straight up. We never saw it again, and I very rarely talk about it because I think the balloon will come back for me. I am terrified of that fucking balloon.
It's not necessarily the balloon coming back for you. It's more like whatever was pulling the balloon.
Why would you say shit like that?
Whatever you couldn't see without the balloon.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the string was straight up and down with the balloon while it was floating. That's the weirdest thing. I could kind of believe some weird-ass weather or weird-ass wind pushing it and maybe it just going fast and then stopping and then just floating straight. I don't know. all that makes a little sense. The fucked up thing to me was how fast it was moving and the string, here's the balloon, here's the string. The string was just straight up and down the whole time. It wasn't like woo, like, you know, like the balloon was pulling the string. Mm-hmm. The string and the balloon were just up and down, just fucking moving. That's what fucked with me. That fucked me up so Man, that fucked me up. And I wasn't even high. I have not smoked weed yet. Like, at this point, and to this day, I got in contact high a couple times. That was not one of those nights, okay? There was, like, somebody hit, like, one puff off of a joint 20 feet from me. Like, I wasn't even near
You were
enough.
really practicing social distancing. Yeah. Sorry.
It was
But yeah,
horrible.
that's
Cheese is just a loaf
Well,
of
see,
milk.
that's what I'm saying
Thank you,
though.
Chris.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so apparently your balloon situation and my balloon situation were the same thing. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
Yours was weird. Yours was in a house.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yours was like moving around.
Yours,
and
you
shit.
can kind of be like, oh, well, maybe it was an air current or something like that. This was in a house, Charlie. You know what I mean? I don't know, but there's other crazy stuff that's happened there. Like, I don't want to like tell all the.
Fuck that balloon. I agree, Dylan.
But I
That's
wanna-
all you need to say.
I don't want to tell all the scary stories about what has happened, but like it's always like whatever it is inside the house, if it's just one thing, it always likes to interact with stuff. You know what I mean? Like we have a microwave in our kitchen that's like touchscreen that we've had for a long time now, but when we first got it, it was like brand new. It's like whatever it is that's in the house. I think it's like a little girl because my grandma, well, not my grandma, but like my mom's
you say
friend
that?
has seen whatever it is in the house before, and it was a girl in a white dress when she
course.
saw it in a mirror.
Of course it was.
But so
Did
like
she see herself? Was she a little kid when this happened?
no, she was 17, and this is a little girl in the mirror that she saw. But anyways, and nobody was in the house, by the way. Sorry, but so anyways,
How old is the house, Creighton?
the house itself is 30. No, God, that was like 15 years ago. 40. I want to say either 45 or 48 years old. I mean, it's not like an old.
It's a 3-year distinction, Creighton.
It's not an old house, but it's like a lot of stuff has happened on the land itself. You know, like it's one of those things.
Yeah, a lot of shit happens all over the place, dude. Like, that's weird.
Well, I mean, like
I've,
a lot
look,
of.
I've heard shit like that. I've
Like-
heard like Gettysburg. Apparently, if you go to Gettysburg, it's like fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like there is a very, you can feel in the air that shit happened there.
Yeah.
And I've never been like if there's anything that isn't confirmed that I kind of believe in, it's fucking ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghosts and paranormal shit. Just because I've heard so many smart people, like scientists,
They
people who
can't
don't.
explain it.
It's not that they can't explain it. That they can't explain that there is a real feeling in weird places like
Yeah.
that, like Gettysburg. Because Gettysburg's the one that a lot of the guys who are just like call bullshit. They'll go there, and a lot of them are like, yeah, that's not. There's something happening.
Yeah. Well,
There's
that's how our land is. Like, if
I
you
don't
go,
know, bro. I've been to your land.
No, you've been to that part, but you haven't been down to the cold spot.
Fuck. Why would you tell? I'm never going to your house again. You didn't just tell me there's a cold spot.
Okay, so it's not at my house; it's on my street. And like, if you go down to where my great grandmother lived, and you go down a little bit further, there's this spot right beside the road that's always cold, no matter what time of year it is, and we call it the cold spot. And like, you go, like you can walk through it and stuff, and it's like it's just this really like weird feeling. Like I've started walking in the day, like when I first wake up in the morning to kind of get some exercise, and I'll walk the whole road, and I don't walk through that spot because I don't want to mess with anything there. I'm like, I go and come in peace. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. But
Dude,
apparently,
I don't like scary shit.
the
And you're saying some scary shit, Creighton.
the working
The
theory,
shit you're saying, it's scary.
The working
and I don't
theory
like
is-
scary shit.
the working theory is
This is some scary
it's
shit.
that
You're
it's
spitting.
it's a portal of some kind for
portal?
for like spiritual stuff. That's the working theory, because like the whole place used to be like an Indian tribe or something like that, and like there might be a burial ground near there somewhere. There's a lot of like arrowheads and stuff that you'll find on the land, so it might be like the site of some kind of battle or something, or just like where they live. You know, it's hard to tell. I don't know for sure, but like yeah. Do you want me to keep going? Because I don't want to blow like all my stories. I have some pretty good ones that I like to save up.
Save up your stories, Creighton.
Okay.
That is some terrifying shit. I don't remember. Oh, okay. They're talking about Justin Bieber stuff. Dude. like I've done a really good job in my like last 8 or 9 years keeping shit like that out of my brain.
Yeah.
Because I hate scary.
You don't want to become paranormal investigators?
Shut the fuck up with that. Don't even put that shit in the fucking universe. I don't want that to even be a questionable idea for an occupation that I could ever have. I don't want you to ever
We
even
could be the
talk
shirts
about
off
it
ghost
again.
hunters.
I don't want you to talk about it again. I don't want to think about it again. I will never hunt.
We
I
could
will never hunt ghosts.
We could
I will never look. I will never wantingly search for a fucking ghost unless the ghost comes to me and is like, "Yo, dude, I'm a ghost," and I'm like, "Oh shit, bro,
And you
what's
guys are
up?"
bros.
And then we're friends. Yeah, like I would be cool with Casper because Casper would like if I just
Casper isn't real, Charlie. Oh, like a Casper-like entity.
yeah, you fucking dilt. Can you pay attention?
You know Casper's apparently canon to Ghostbusters? Sorry.
Creighton is the first to get possessed. Calling it facts. Creighton is very like flimsy. I feel like you'd be easy to possess if a ghost saw you. The ghost would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting the 6'2" dude," and then they'd possess you and be like, "Shit, this is not what it looked like. It would feel like."
Imagine that. That'd be cool looking. Like my hair would start flying and stuff.
That'd be cool. You have the cool kind of hair that like if it could float,
Yeah.
it'd be cool hair to float
I'd
around.
start speaking in Latin and shit.
Oh shit! Whoa, this isn't the last. This isn't an exorcism.
I get all the women.
Speak Latin and shit.
Ladies love Latin.
Do ladies love Latin?
Some of them do.
Some of them do.
Some women like French. French?
I mean, I don't know.
Is there another language that
Do you
fancies
like-
you?
I mean, me personally, no.
Ah!
Oh, damn it. What about English?
English is pretty good. You can understand things.
Do you like accents? Is there any accent you like?
Not really, no.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
You hear that, Estebans and Julios? Stay the fuck away from Chris. You say women? Girl? No. There's no one else in the room. We're talking to Evie.
Imagine Evie's voice. She sounds just like Kristen.
Evie can talk. And some like not to fuck with possessed motherfuckers. Yes. See, hold on. Yeah, let's get back to this for a second.
Oh, the possession thing?
No. To Casper. Like, the only way I'm going to be, not Casper literally, but a Casper-like entity. If I was going to be friends with a ghost,
It'd be Casper.
it's a Casper. It's the kind of
Somebody
ghost...
you could play catch with.
No. Yes, but more so a ghost that can, like, hang out. Like, a ghost that isn't going
That's
to, like,
all
try and-
ghosts do is hang out.
I know, but, like, hang out and, like, want to hang out. Like, a ghost that's been quietly over my shoulder this whole time watching Game of Thrones with me. Like, we've seen all the same shit, but we haven't, like...
Charlie, what
we
that's
haven't
called is
convened
like an
ideas.
imaginary friend.
What about like Danny Phantom?
Or Danny... Well, Danny Phantom's not a ghost,
he's half
though.
He's
ghost.
kind of a ghost.
You could do half ghost, half human. That'd be cool.
I mean, yeah, obviously it would be cool. I watch scary movies and stuff, but I am a whole ass bitch. I'm also an entire ass bitch.
But Charlie
though.
won't watch
See,
scary
well,
movies.
so here's the thing. I'll watch scary movies. I don't like ghost shit. I'll watch A Quiet Place. Great movie. Awesome movie. I'm devastated that I haven't seen the second one yet because of this fucking
What if the
coronavirus.
second one has John Krasinski's ghost in it? Like he's a force ghost in that one?
Never Alone, though. Scary games are kind of rough, too. Yeah, I could
And
do.
he's telling Emily Blunt to use the shotgun. He's like, use the shotgun, Emily.
Her name is not Emily.
I know, I don't remember her name.
You know there has been a wife in real life?
Yeah, that's what, like, you can really, like, tell on screen.
In that movie, it's like super evident.
Yeah.
That's one of those movies where you're like, it's a good thing they're married.
The part where she steps on the nail in that movie,
Bro,
that
That shit hurts.
That hurt me.
that hurt me so bad.
That made my penis, like, draw up into it.
Yeah, it was like, I couldn't find it for days. It was like, gone. That thing was inside of me. Creighton will ruin the movie for me, and it isn't even out yet. Yeah, John Krasinski shows up as a ghost. He kills the deaf daughter, because, like,
Fuck the daughter? Fuck them kids?
well, careful with your wording.
What?
But, what a Home Alone moment.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, because, like, he
Wait.
steps on a nail Home Alone.
Oh, bro.
It was literally shot for shot, now that I think
Yeah,
about it.
it was very Home Alone looking. Those are great movies.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a Home Alone. I haven't watched. The first one's good. Lost in New York is fucking awesome. I have not watched that movie in so long.
I like Lost. They're basically the same movie, just one has a bigger budget.
I have acquired the obsidian skin. I am officially a real gamer girl. Now I am going to bed. Good night. Good night, Tim.
Good night, Tim.
Congratulations on obsidian.
Congratulations on Obsidian.
I just wanna say congratulations.
Oh, hey, look, I'm logged into Twitch this time. I don't know what the fuck happened last time, but my messages are censored again, so fuck that. But
How are they censored? What is censored?
Oh, mine are censored too.
what if they like cast John Krasinski as like a young Obi-Wan Kenobi for
I will
like,
try
a
to.
prequel thing?
What?
What if they cast John Krasinski as like a young Obi-Wan Kenobi? You don't think so? You couldn't see it? Not with that beard?
I don't think he's gonna do a good, like
A
a,
good Ewan McGregor impression?
or not even Gregor, but just that the accent even.
Yeah.
Like he might be able to do one, but
Is that a British accent? Or is that
Is
like...
it?
I don't know. It's
don't
an
either.
it's an accent.
It's an accent. Tim Curry is the highlight of that franchise, and he's barely fucking in it.
What franchise?
You're talking about? Wait,
Home Alone? Oh, Home Alone. He's talking about Home Alone because
Tim
Tim Curry's in. He's the bell. He's like the one of the hotel staff in the second one.
oh yeah.
He's pretty
dude.
fucking funny
He's
in that.
so funny in that. Donald Trump's in that movie.
Yeah,
You know they
it's
cut
such
him
a
from the
weird.
movie?
What? I just watched on Disney Plus. He's still in it.
In the Disney Plus version?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah. I watched it over
They
over
probably,
the
they probably
holidays.
put it back in because of like controversy. It was talked about a lot whenever.
Why'd
that-
they cut him from it? Why does it
They
matter?
can say whatever they want. Politics, just politics reasons.
That's
People
dumb.
didn't like it, so they.
That's like the dumbest thing. Look, okay, I get it if you don't like him. But if you don't like him so much that you can't stand him being in your Home Alone movie, just like hit the skip button when that part comes up. You know
He's
what I mean?
literally in it for 15
He,
seconds.
yeah,
Maybe.
it's literally it's a
Maybe
weird
15 seconds.
'90s cameo. Like, you know what I mean? They're a dime a dozen. Like,
Those are such good movies.
yeah.
I returned momentarily. Our boyfriend wanted me to tell you that your haircut looks nice. Okay, good night.
Did you get her a haircut?
Thank you, boyfriend. I will not say your name. I almost said his name. What? No, I didn't. It's just-
Jessica?
yes, the boyfriend's name is Jessica. Good night, Jessica. You're now affectionately, lovingly referred to as Jessica by me, by the way. Thank the guy with the long hair.
The guy whose hair he didn't compliment. That's
There
my
you go.
revenge.
That's the reason.
That's the
That's the reasoning behind it.
it.
You just awful person.
What? I'm a little egotistical, but I'm not completely egotistical. And that's a fine line to walk, Charlie. And I do that tightrope walk every day. Speaking of tightrope walks, did you see the guy who like walked the tightrope across a volcano?
No.
Yeah.
Across was it an active volcano?
Yes.
An active volcano.
Yes. That's the way they portrayed it. I don't know if it was actually active. It looked active. I mean, it was smoking and there was lava in the bottom. It
You know
was
how
like
high
a
that
whole.
shit is?
It was a whole event on ABC, like right before all this stuff broke out. It's the same guy who walked in between the Twin Towers.
No, it's not.
Well, no, not the Twin Towers, but I think it was that guy's son.
Maybe his son. That guy
Because-
died.
Because didn't he fall off of a building or something?
No.
He
I think
fell
got
doing
old.
one of those, didn't he?
Maybe, but he didn't die from that, I don't think. Hold on. Let me figure it out.
Yeah, let's look this up. Because
What's
like
that movie called?
tightrope or
No,
something. Like that.
The Walk.
Is it just called The Walk?
Yes.
Was that a good movie?
It's a very good movie. Okay. Felipe Petit.
Is he dead? I don't know if he survived it, Nick. I'm guessing not, because they really haven't
Oh, he
promoted.
is alive.
Oh.
I thought he died. He's 70 years old.
Is he still tightrope walking?
I mean, at 70, I don't see why not.
I mean,
Petit was born August 13th, 1949, in Nemours, France, to a French army pilot and his wife. Petit started studying magic tricks at the age of 6. Some years later, he learned how to juggle.
what a weird
Thank you,
synopsis.
Google.
But can he air juggle?
Probably.
That's the real question.
Uh,
You know who could air juggle really good?
who?
D'Angelo from The Office.
D'Angelo.
Yeah, D'Angelo. He's the guy that comes in right after Michael, leaves.
I'm not.
He does that weird bit
I'm
where
not
he's like
superstitious, but I am a little stitious. Oh shit! Did that dude survive that? I hope he's saying "walk the line" the whole time. God damn it!
That's like
He did survive on the Twin Tower
So,
walk.
oh wait, I want to look up and see if the lava guys.
That's a great movie. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't. I saw a trailer for it.
It's phenomenal. Joseph Gordon-Levitt does not do enough shit.
Who? Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah, the guy I said.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me figure out what this guy's been up to. Like, for a guy that, like, when you see him in Inception, he's phenomenal in Inception. And you just don't see anything
Oh,
else
okay.
wrong.
Charlie, I found him. His name is Nick N-I-K Walenda, and he walked across the active volcano.
Wait. He's in Knives Out?
Is he?
He's the voice of Detective Hard Rock. What?
Is that the one who? I don't know who that is. Don't
Who
they
is
call
that?
somebody? And wow, they downgraded him to a voice actor.
Well, I mean, he's got 4 things. He's got 2 things in post-production and then 2 things that are announced. He's going to be in K-Troop and Wingman, and the things that are in post are Untitled Henry and Rel sci-fi project, and then The Trial of the Chicago 7, where he plays Richard Schultz. What is this? The story of 7 people on trial stemming from various charges surrounding the uprising at the 1968 Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Illinois. Oh, it's an Aaron Sorkin movie. Oh, that's going to be a good movie.
Oof.
Eddie Redmayne? What? Sacha Baron Cohen?
Okay.
Look at this cast. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Mark Rylance? What?
So
this
it's
movie's
just
going to be
nut over
amazing.
movies Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to be in.
What?
I said you're just going to nut over movies Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to be
No, this is all one movie.
Oh.
This is the cast of the
in. What
movie.
movie is it?
The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Did you see the trailer for Space Force on Netflix?
Yes, it looks amazing.
I know, right?
I'm so excited for, like, ridiculous, silly Steve Carell again.
So I found out about the guy who walked across the volcano.
Jamaica.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, it looks so good.
I felt that today. So the guy who crossed the volcano is Nick N-I-K Walenda, and he survived the crossing of the volcano, but apparently ABC didn't get a lot of ratings on him actually crossing the volcano.
So they killed him.
So they might not do an event like that again.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I thought you were talking about Walk the Line. I was about to go on about the soundtrack. Charlie, you're so gay for this guy. For Joseph Gordon-Levitt, any day.
Yeah. He was gay in
Holy
that
shit,
one
that's
episode
me.
of that 70s
Hello,
show.
Chris. Wait, wait, what?
Oh, that's that's Tristan.
Philly. What's up, my guys? Sorry I haven't been on in a while. Been grinding with the... No worries, bro. You work on that fucking music. Did you see the video?
What video?
He liked the tweet. The end
Oh,
card
the end
of
credit video.
of the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
What is it?
Now I'm just thinking about Joseph Gordon-Levitt movies.
Oh,
And
I
like-
thought you were about to say I'm just
like,
thinking
out of
Joseph
all the,
Gordon-Levitt.
He's great in Inception. He's great in The Dark Knight Rises.
He's
I like
pretty good.
part of me really wanted a Christopher Nolan Robin like spin-off of the Dark Knight trilogy. You know, like
You say Christopher Robin?
Christopher Nolan spin-off of Robin.
Yeah.
That's what I
I was
want.
about to say that's like the guy from
Winnie the Pooh.
Imagine Christopher Nolan doing like doing.
Did you see the Winnie the Pooh live action?
It was on Netflix for a bit, and I was going to watch
I heard
it.
it was awesome.
Is it?
I heard. I haven't seen it.
I started
I
it,
heard it's, like,
and then I
real
just didn't
good.
get pulled into it, so I stopped. I wonder if it's still on Netflix.
When you work so fast, they can't give you something to do before you finish.
What's it called? Is it just called Christopher Robin?
Yes. This is why we have.
I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Not right now.
You have so many things that you have to watch, though.
No, but
Robin.
I'm
Yeah,
slowly
Christopher
working
Robin.
through the list.
That's what it is, and that's Ewan McGregor, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Because it came out right around when Doctor Sleep came out, and those are two very different roles.
Yeah, extremely. Did you see the Christmas movie he was in with Seth Rogen? Christmas movie. Wait, are you talking about 50-50?
What?
I think he's talking about Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And if he's talking about Seth Rogen, the only movie I know him and Seth Rogen are in is 50-50, which is he gets cancer, like, and shaves his
Jesus.
head and uses it to like pick up girls. It's I haven't seen it. It's like I hear it's really funny. It's
Oh,
so
is
much.
that the?
No? Oh,
Excuse
then I
me. Is
don't
that the
know.
one with Ron Weasley?
I don't know.
There was one movie that came out with Ron Weasley in it where like he found out he was dying, and he started using that to get girls, and then like he found out he wasn't dying,
Oh shit.
and it was on Netflix for a little bit, but I don't know if it's. I'm like 80% sure it was a Netflix original, but I don't know the actor who plays Ron Weasley to look it up. It was really interesting though.
That reminds me of the guy in Canada that got in trouble for telling a joke.
What was the joke?
He has a name, Creighton. So this Canadian comedian was talking about, there was a girl in Canada, like a 13-year-old girl who had like
Thank you, Dylan.
cerebral palsy or something, and she was like supposed to be like about to die.
Mhm.
So the country like we start putting ads in billboards and newspapers and on TV and shit saying like we need to get her the money, you know, like for her family, for funeral arrangements and for, you know, dealing with the loss and all that. And like 8 years later, those ads are still happening and she's still getting money. And so this comedian tells a joke about it. He's like, "Hey, you guys remember Ruth, blah, 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 whatever the fuck her name is?" He was like, "Remember when we donated all that money? Yeah, why the fuck is she still alive? Why have we been donating money for 8 years?" He's like British in Canada or something,
Yeah.
I think. I might be wrong. I might be
That
giving
is a
him
little funny though.
I might be giving. It's hilarious. She's alive. This money was to help with her funeral costs 8 years ago, and they're still always constantly doing it. Her family lives in like a big mansion or something. He's like, how the fuck is she not like dead yet? Like, what is happening there? And so the family sues him, and Canada sides with the family.
No.
He got in trouble for like, so like, what people forget is like, if you go to Canada, it's not real free speech.
Mm.
There's free speech, but it's not real free speech. You can get in trouble for things you say, because it's not, you know, it's not like a First Amendment thing. There's somebody from Canada was on Joe's podcast one time saying like, I remember having this crazy moment where it was like, what about my First Amendment rights? And he was like, dude, you're in Canada. What are you talking about? And I was like, shit, bro. I've grown up with American movies and music my whole life and television, and had all this shit spouted at me, and I forget that I'm not in the same country. Like, it's another country. Like, you can't say the same shit in the movies and it mean anything. Like,
Wow.
it was this crazy realization to this guy. And then also, this comedian, poor fucking, he lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in court. Like, trying to survive it. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Seth Rogen gets coked up and calls his unborn baby a cunt and throws up in church, and it's wonderful. I don't remember that movie. It's Rupert Grint. That's the guy who plays
Yeah, I
Ron
know,
Weasley.
that's what I was
apparently.
saying. Thank you.
He's having a baby. Or had
He
a
is?
baby. He's
Does
either
it look
having
like
a
him?
baby or just had a baby.
Does it look like him?
I don't know. It's a
I
baby.
hope he's doing okay. I never see him in stuff anymore, except for like that one movie.
But he's not.
he
I don't
hosted.
think he's a very actor-y actor.
Huh.
I think that he's riding the Harry Potter money.
Well, that's good for him. Good for
yeah,
him
it's
though.
great.
He has very much your mindset of like you remember when we were talking about like
Do you
making
know the guy?
making it. You know what I mean? Or like
What do you mean
why
making
people
it?
want to make it so early in life when they should spend like the rest of their life like working towards different things instead of just making it one thing and then quitting.
Oh, you mean why like 20 and 30-year-olds get depressed that they haven't
Yes,
already
yes.
finished
Yeah.
living their life?
Yeah, you remember
Yeah.
when we were talking about that? Kind of. We talked.
I mean, yeah.
I don't remember if we talked about it in
What do
person.
you mean
or-
he's in that mindset though?
Like he's in that mindset of he's already made it, so why do anything else? He's probably trying other stuff.
I bet that's not true. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure he's trying other shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's not doing anything. I bet he has.
Well, do you know what I mean?
I, bet
didn't
he has
mean like
foundations, and I bet he's doing something with
I
it,
didn't
like,
mean he was just sitting around on his ass like,
Yeah.
well, I got a bunch of money, time to kick back and just cruise through life. I just mean like he's probably like not trying to do movies because he's already been very successful at that, so
Yeah.
he's gonna try to do other shit. I mean,
Some
we don't
people-
know though. We don't know nothing about.
Yeah,
it.
I mean, some people. There's a lot of child actors that go back and do it eventually. Like Macaulay Culkin. He's kind of starting to go back into it, I think. His
didn't
brother
do
is in
shit.
Waco. His brother's a character in Waco.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. And he does a really good job.
I'm gonna look at his IMDb.
Macaulay Culkin?
No, Rupert Grint, because I wanted to know that
Okay.
movie that he was in.
Yeah, like Spielberg did Jaws when he was younger than me. What the fuck? You overachiever. A lot of them have other stuff. I mean, some still act, but Charlie straight. So, oh, pardon me. Why isn't it showing? Lisa, it might be because you're not a sub. Just say.
Oh man, he's really.
At
cool.
least you're not. It's not showing you as a sub if you are subbed.
I've been in a TV series recently.
Oh shit! Hey Nathan.
So there is Servant, the ABC murders, Snatch, Sick Note. Sick Note is
Oh,
the
with
one.
channel points? I'm not sure then. Hey, look, I'm subbed.
Okay, so Sick Note is apparently a TV series, not a movie. That's the one I was thinking about where he's sick in it. Or not sick, but he has something wrong with him. But I don't remember if that's on Netflix or
I don't know if I've ever seen him in anything else outside of Harry Potter. Like me, myself, personally.
Well, when I saw the promo for it, I was like, oh shit, it's Ron Weasley. And at the time, the person I dated was like, that's not Ron. And then like I paused and I was like, look at that face. That's Ron fucking Weasley. And then we looked it up and it was Ron. And I was right. So, in their face.
It's supposed to have a sombrero on it. Oh, is that what the SO is? Or the underscore SO is? Tom Felton Draco was in The Flash, but I'm sure you remember that. I didn't watch The
Oh,
Flash.
yep, I know. I knew Draco was in The Flash.
Lease. Wait, no, it's lease. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
You
It's-
put the E in the wrong spot, you
So-
turkey.
Charlie, it's an ongoing series
Okay.
that's on its second season. Hold on.
It's called what?
It's called Sick Note.
Sick Note.
Yeah.
I
And it's
doubt I'll watch it.
It's,
I don't know if Ron Weasley is going to pull me into the grips of
Well, it looks pretty.
what I assume is a BBC
wasn't-
publicated show.
From when I remember, it looked really good, and it's got some solid actors in here that I'm looking at.
Bet it sucks because you didn't put garlic on it. How's your pizza, Tristan?
Oh man.
I'm doing well. How are you? Hope you are staying safe. I'm now reading a conversation.
Question.
What is
What's
your
up?
question?
Did you guys ever watch Adventure Time?
Yes,
I
I can play
watched
the theme
Bits and
song on the
Pizza.
ukulele.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
so
can.
you guys know Lemongrab, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's Justin Roiland.
He's the same voice as
Rick and Morty. Yeah,
Yeah.
Justin Roiland.
I just found that out the other day.
You can really hear it though. know?
You can. No, it's very much like it sounds like Morty when he's having a panic attack or like a crazy scream match. Yeah, yeah. What's he say?
Unacceptable.
Yeah, I can't even say. You know who can do it is Michael. Michael can fucking nail that voice.
Yeah. Michael can do a lot of
Michael's
voices.
really good at voices.
Yeah. It's been fun working with Michael so far. Not that I thought it wouldn't be fun, but it's like,
It's like a job. You don't expect certain things to be fun sometimes.
yeah.
Is he? How's he doing? Is he
He's
doing good at
doing
work?
pretty good. He's like the best. He's one of the best people we've hired.
Don't say it
recently.
if it's wrong. Don't say it if it's not true.
No, no.
Okay,
I'm
I was
not.
just making sure.
Like, you know, I'm talking about in terms of like on being on a register. Tristan, you haven't been on a register yet, so don't say shit.
Damn. Preemptive insurance.
But so he's been on a register like 3 or 4 times now, maybe more, because like I said, I've been taking like 2 days off in a row recently. Not all because of my scheduling, but because like that's just been what they've been giving me. And so he worked. Tristan, get out of here. I'm not talking about you right now. So anyways, he's really friendly with the customers. He'll talk to them and that kind of stuff. I don't know how good Tristan is on the register. I haven't seen him on the register, so hopefully he'll be alright. He's supposed to train some next week, so we'll see how it goes. It's not just knowing how to work a register, Tristan. It's knowing how to work the people.
I'm still very much in love with Emma Watson, and I don't think I'll ever not be.
Who said that?
Dilton did. Emma Watson's cool. She's just a little. Oh, she's a little weird.
We're all.
She has some questionable quotes that
Like
I've
what?
read from her. I don't want to say them.
Come on.
I don't want to misquote.
Show your receipts. Look up these quotes and tell us what your concern is. Are you scared she's gonna murder you? Does she
No.
give off Carol Baskin vibes?
If anything, she would not murder me, and that would be her revenge.
Wait, what?
Like, based
oh,
on
it's
the
like a
way you
mind game thing?
Yeah, she's weird. She's weird, dude. Hold on,
Let's
let me
see.
see.
I'm going to tell literally every customer to. What did he say? Can you see what he said? Damn it. Charlie, look and see what he said. I want to see.
It might not be Emma Watson that I'm confused by. Wait, hold on. I know how to figure this out. What was the...
Emma, the girl from Spider-Man? Emma Stone?
No. Hold on.
Wait, look at what Tristan said.
What
really
was
quick.
Emma Watson? What did he say?
He said, I'm going to literally tell every customer to...
Suck my dick. He said suck my dick. Yo, I just remember she was in This Is the End. We're all a little weird. Creighton. Okay, Nick, I'm gonna need you to stop quoting Creighton like you're Copenhagen or some shit.
Where is Copenhagen?
I don't know.
He's
Creighton.
never here.
He's what? This Is the End is so fun. I've never seen This Is the End.
I heard
all
it's
the way
really
through.
funny.
I've only watched I've watched the chronological clips on YouTube, but I haven't watched the whole movie. There's a lot of dead space in between that I haven't seen.
It's like watching cutscenes of video games. You don't really know what happened in between or what the level was like, but you know what the story's saying. And what the
It
motivations
really
are.
is. I need to watch it soon. It's been so long. Hold on. Okay, let me go back to what? Nope, not that. Turkey. Okay. Where
Who
are
are
these?
you calling
weird-
a turkey?
I feel like it's not gonna show me the weird ones.
Show me the money.
Did you type in weird?
Yeah.
Did you
Weird quotes by Emma Watson.
Did you type in
Did I spell weird wrong? I might have
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Did I spell weird wrong? Oh, some weird
didn't
pictures
hear you.
showed up. I'm not gonna search for these.
Why not?
Because there's so many and they're all the same.
Yeah.
It's not going to show the ones I'm thinking of that I've seen. I've seen some weird... I don't know. I want to like Emma Watson. I love her and all the things she does. But I don't know. Maybe it's just reporters the media is getting the better of me.
Look-
Maybe they're saying shit and I'm reading out of context.
Well,
and I'm
remember we
getting
had a
confused.
conversation about this, about celebrities meeting people, and one of my mom's friends was talking about how she met Emma Watson on a flight. And she was
Emma
like
Watson?
Yeah, and she was like a flight attendant, and she was like, hey, my daughter was a really big fan. Do you mind if I get a picture with you quick? And she told her no, and was kind of mean about it. Which,
Emma Watson?
yeah,
Hermione.
yes,
We talked about this?
yes. It was very early, very
Oh, okay.
very early in our podcast, because my mom had just told me about that story, literally the day before, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to talk about on the podcast. And I somehow remembered when I was having notes at the time and brought it up. I want to say that's probably before we started putting them on YouTube, but I'm not completely certain. It was the very early days. We had a whole conversation about celebrity encounters and stuff, and you were like, well, she was on a plane and she probably didn't want to take pictures with anybody anyway. It was
There's
a whole
lots
thing.
of people like that where it's like...
No, I mean, I got it. I mean,
Yeah,
we walked away from the conversation understanding that maybe it's not the best time. to
There's
have been
certain
asking.
people that it's what do you even talk about? If you meet Dwayne Johnson, what the fuck are you going to talk about that he
His-
hasn't said
his
before with...
crusty ass fingers. Have you seen them? They look they look. God, it's ashy and scaly. It's like a lizard.
Make Creighton check the VOD and run it back. Oh, that's so far away.
What's the VOD?
The, podcast. But,
Oh.
first off, VODs disappear over time.
Yeah, it would be I'm talking about months ago.
Yeah, if it's more than 6... I think... I'm not partnered, so I think it's only 30 days, or a week even
Yeah,
for
so it
affiliated
wouldn't
viewers,
even
so I'm not
be-
sure. It would be so
it wouldn't
far
even
out of the
be
realm
on
of
there.
possibility. And I haven't saved them.
Yeah.
I delete them every time we get 20 or 30 deep into a new
Mm.
set on my thing so I can make space on my computer.
That man.
Creighton, that man will fucking kill you if you disrespect his
I'm not
hands.
disrespecting his hands. I'm just I'm gonna go up to him and be like, why not hand cream? You know what I mean?
I bet he does. I bet he does.
Well, have you
think-
seen the picture of it? I
he-
showed you the picture that he posted on Instagram
He-
of him holding that tiny lizard, and then his hands just look like a fucking boulder.
Listen, dude, the guy works out a lot.
It's true.
He has a gym that he brings with him. It's a whole ass gym. He has a team of people that he
set up
pays
his gym.
that drive a gym around with him.
What do you think he
Man
calls
works
it?
out. Huh?
What do you think he calls it?
Bertha. That's his gym's
I was
name.
thinking about the rock block. You know what I mean? Because then he could
I think it's
take
Iron Paradise. is
'Cause
what
I-
it's called. I think Iron Paradise is what he actually calls it.
I imagine it taking up a whole block of a city. So then the rock block works better.
It's 85% of his routine.
Either way, I'm worried about getting cut whenever he goes to shake my hand. So
You You just gotta like dab them up. No handshake.
I
Just
might
like,
get cut from that. I mean, we're talking about some
you
really
should
ashy hands.
elbow. Damn, bro, like relax. You're talking. You're seeing chalk a lot of the time in those pictures. It's chalk.
Why would he have chalk and they be holding a lizard? It's so.
He's
like,
at the gym. He's at his
no,
Iron
he
Paradise.
wasn't. He was in like he was doing some shit in the jungle because he was like surrounded by like trees. He wasn't work. He might have been
That
going
gym
for
is
a
outside.
jog or
That
something.
gym is outside. It's in a tent.
I don't know.
He
I
takes
just-
it all over the
I
place.
feel like it's. It didn't look like chalk. It just looks like his hands, but it's.
It might have
fucking-
been, but you gotta
like-
understand that a lot of the time the man's got a
It
lot
looked
of
like
chalk
his
on
hands, but like you know when you're in a pool for a long time and your hands get really wrinkly, it kind of like that, but like
Dry.
sharper.
him. Sharper. Almost every hand you have ever shaken has had a dick in it.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. It's pretty. Why would you? Why would you
She-
put that in my mind?
Look, I'm glad she remembered to say that because she had taught me earlier today about saying something with hands, and I wasn't even thinking about that when we started talking about The Rock's hands. And she remembered, and she brought it up. But since we are on that topic, every hand you've ever shaken has had a dick in it. Either like
Not
that
every
person-
hand. A lot of hands.
Almost though.
I know a couple lesbians that have never even wanted to touch a man.
Well, that's true, but there's still like.
I said that earlier today at Cushy, and Dylan was like, not this one.
Oh yeah, I can't say that. I've touched mine with both hands.
Yes.
I've
Yes.
never, I don't think I've ever touched anybody else's, so that's good.
It's okay.
But
Thank
you could
for
say
sharing.
that, like, you could say that about, like, pussy,
That's the
too.
thing.
Like, every hand you've ever shaken has either, like, touched a pussy or, like, had pussy. in
Not
its
gay
hand.
man.
Not gay man. But, I mean, it's like saying not lesbian either.
Yeah, it's the same thing. There's like there are exceptions. Is
So,
what to both
so
of
like,
these things.
the crossover of this Venn diagram would be people who are bisexual. Kind of. Unless you count, like, guys who are into women, then they've, like, touched dicks and, because they've touched their own dicks, and they've touched, like, you know, pussies, too.
Yeah, that's what this. What? Yeah,
Or straight women that
that's
masturbate,
the same
too.
thing as the. What? You're just saying more reasons than the other thing was. Are you okay?
I mean, I'm not arguing. I'm just like adding to the conversation. What I'm saying is, we need a graph, and we need to take like.
we need to survey people.
We need to survey people and be like.
Exception? I don't know if it's
We need to be
exception.
like, how many
What
dicks?
the fuck am I listening to? Chris, I don't know anymore, bro. We say it, here's what happens. I go, this is a keyboard. And then Creighton goes, yes, but it's a keyboard. Like, see the keys on it? It means it's a keyboard. And I'm like, yeah! That's what we were talking about in the beginning.
Look. Here's
Chris,
what we need.
kick him out of your house. Dude, listen,
We
I
need,
would.
we need to have.
How does this dude have a girlfriend? Do you? Do you have a girlfriend?
I
don't think he has a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend?
So let's talk about the polls thing.
Okay. He's hiding things.
But like,
New
so,
co-host? Dilton? New co-host?
so
Kristen, replace Creighton? New co-host?
so let's take a poll. Ooh.
Dogs chasing cats.
But so like the polls, we could
Colin,
do
Charlie,
like
Chris, and 2020.
a ratio of like how many dicks your hand has held, and compared to how many pussies your hands has held, and then like we'll
Like
go
what?
from there.
What? Wait, hold on. What qualifies holding a pussy? Like just touching one, or like holding it?
We'll go for like touching because I feel like you know.
Holding it's a weird. There's a weird way to define what holding is.
Yeah. Well, what about we say finger? Because then fingered.
That's,
'cause
lie.
That's
I feel like
holding.
way more people have fingered
Yeah.
than they have whatever the fuck held.
Are we
would be.
counting assholes in this?
Only if you want to. Or cats chasing dogs. Nah, he's barking. He's now he's breaking out ratios. Oh, I thought he was hanging out with a girl. Sorry, jumping to conclusions. Well, there you go. That's what happens.
I was hanging out with a girl like a weekend ago. It was Kristen, right there, over there.
She's over there,
She's smiling.
where he pointed.
Look at her, she's smiling and stuff.
I see.
She's smirking.
Now he's breaking out. Wait, ratios?
Yeah,
No,
like
you
you know the
misspeaking.
ratios of ass to like penis to vagina. Like we gotta figure out
Oh.
what people touch more, how often they touch it, and we need a Venn diagram to show us like where they like line up. And then we'll have a graph and like over the period of time in your life, like how much have you touched this pussy or asshole? And was it the pussy?
So wait, is it? I'm trying to say things without saying horrible things, but there's no other way to say this now because the way the position you put me in is so horrible. Is like, are we meshing all pussies into one in terms of
Wait,
how many times you've touched pussy,
Are we-
or are you making individual graphs for each person that you have touched?
I think we should just do like a control group, right? And then we'll go from there and like figure out like how much, not each person, but like how much the group as a whole has touched pussy. And then if you really want to break,
Yes or a no type deal.
Yeah, it's pretty. I thought it was yes or
it
no.
is
in
a
the
yes or
beginning.
no type deal. But like if it's like in
This
control
man must
group,
be stopped.
if
I
it's
agree.
if it's in a control group, you're gonna have a number of people, right? Like let's say 30 people that you're gonna poll. Out of those 30 people,
I want you to ask
let's
more
say
than 3 people this question.
out of those people, we get like 15 or 16 that
A
have
separate
touched
graph
pussy.
for eating versus touching.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about, branching off. And then, like, we can, if you really want to dive into data, like, we can see how much pussy each individual person has held.
It sounds like math in high school, just more human anatomy thrown in. Yeah,
It's math and
if
science.
you want to call it anatomy.
It's math.
more
it's
slang
math,
than anything.
It's math and science. So then we'll
It's
compare.
math and-
So we'll compare the pussy and penis ratio, because I think the asshole ratio is gonna be a lot higher because everybody wipes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think
So
you can
that
count
that might be That might be
But no one's
unsubmittable data.
touching their asshole with their like hands. Like they're.
But it's
their
happened by
toilet paper-
accident, probably to people.
Probably, but to less people than you think. I bet. I don't know.
I
I've never
the,
done
the,
it.
the data will reveal. If people are honest. If people aren't honest, though, the data's gonna be all fucked up. We need a lie detector.
This study. What is this study to prove to you? What is the study going to be?
I just want to see what people have touched more of.
Statistics show that 100% of divorces are caused by marriage. God damn it, Chris, can you shut the fuck up? I think 100% more dicks have been touched than pussies or assholes. 100% more? What?
100% more pussies have been touched than
No, other way around.
have been touched. Wait, 100% more dicks have been touched than pussies or assholes.
Why do you think
Why do you
that?
think that? I see to me.
No, I'm just 100% sure. What?
What?
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can break
And
that
then,
math down.
like,
so-
we can compare, like,
For
touching
sure.
pussies to pussies and penises to penises and then penis to pussy. It's gonna be a whole penis to pussy ratio.
This is gonna be a lot of work you do.
This is.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna need a team.
Yeah, I'm not on it. I refuse to be on this
I
team.
need Kristen. Will you be on my team?
What?
For like doing the research.
But it's just like a yes or a no, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just asking
it's just a
questions.
yes or no, but we gotta break down.
What type
the
of
data.
cakes make you no? What type of cakes make you no longer have sex? What kind, bro?
Do you think Blank would sponsor your research?
Pornhub would sponsor. Ooh, I bet
Pornhub
they would.
would, yeah.
Pornhub has some really good surveys
Yeah.
and statistics.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
See what I mean?
Wedding cakes.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you as sacrifice.
What do the numbers mean, Mason? Here's like to ask yet another favor of you. Is it to kick Creighton out of my house?
I am once again asking for you to
Oh, my
get
bad.
Creighton out of your house.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus,
man.
dude.
You know what though?
Sometimes I can't like.
I think we'll learn a lot though from
I say a lot of the shit I say on this podcast because you say shit and I have to respond because you're my co-host. There's so much shit you say I would never say because I know my dad watches. I know your mom watches. Your fucking 85-year-old grandmother watches this podcast.
She was
bro.
watching one today. She's like, "Why y'all talk so ugly on there?"
Yeah, of course she would ask. Did you hear the conversation we just
And
had?
then she was like, Charlie never lets you talk."
Oh my god. I try so hard not to let him find a muzzle or tape or something to quiet this man. Still, I agree.
You
Okay,
know what?
the
I
man
feel like
just-
the secret of humanity is here though in this research.
That's the secret of humanity.
Kind of. You know what I mean? Because it's like the one thing nobody really wants to talk about.
What? People talk about it all the time.
No, but nobody really wants to admit to how many dicks they've touched. You know?
But the question isn't how many.
Yeah,
have
it's-
touched, it's
well,
whether
that's-
or not it
so-
was touched.
So that's the beginning part is yes or no.
Really,
Then we're
this
gonna
whole
dive
survey
down.
is going to figure out if people are virgins or not. That's pretty
Kind
much.
of,
That's pretty
yeah.
much all it's gonna find out.
So it's like a body count.
Yeah, it's really a body count more than anything. That's what you should go around asking: is how many people have you been with?
That's true.
And if
But
they
what
were
if they haven't
girl or
touched
boys?
a dick in that situation, other than with their own genitals?
That's still touching it. I guess this did stem from hand. From most hands you've shaken have had a dick in them.
Oh,
That's where this stemmed from.
And then we could do a survey with how many people have shaken hands with one another, and then we can really compile the
That's
data.
there's no way you can know that.
Then we can really compile the data and figure out like who's
there's no
touched
way to
whose
know that.
dick inadvertently.
You need some legit ass like the Holy Father himself statistics. Like, hey God, where's the book on how many times I pooped and shit? Like that kind of shit. You need to literally know everything that's ever happened. And
We
you
can
just- there's
work
no way
out
you
the
can know.
average of like how many people have shaken hands at this point in their life. You know, I'm sure there's some statistic out there. You know.
You know what? We're gonna figure that out. Statistics. Wait. How many hands you've shaken? Figure it out. How many hands will you shake in your lifetime? Holy shit, it's a statistic. According to a new UK study, you will shake 15,000 hands in your lifetime.
See,
Woo!
that's
Now
a lot.
consider the fact that 1 in 5 people don't wash their hands. Oh, why is this study? Shit,
See
I'm about
what
to
I-
be so mad.
See what I mean?
Shut
Because
the
that's
fuck up.
how many
Shut-
dicks
shut
is
for a second.
that you
Shut- let me
inadvertently
read.
touched?
Let me read. 1 in 5 people don't wash their hands. And of those that do, only 30% use soap. What the fuck? In fact, only about 5% of people wash their hands correctly. That means 95% of the time, or for 14,250 of those handshakes, you will be potentially exposed to all types of nasty germs, including fecal matter and E. coli, to name a few. Women seem to be much more hygiene conscious, according to the study, with 50% saying they hate having to hold a sweaty palm. Saying they hate having to hold a sweaty palm.
Like holding hands with their
Yeah,
significant
and
other.
32% saying they never shake hands. Men are much less concerned about germs, that's true, with only 6% saying they avoid the gesture entirely. This is not surprising, as women are constantly observed to wash their hands more frequently than men. Germs aside, the handshake is said to reveal various aspects of your personality. For example, a soft handshake might say you are nervous or insecure, while a quick handshake could suggest you are arrogant. A handshake can also be very reassuring and can quickly help to establish and reinforce trust. Something very important to business situations or an environment such as healthcare. Oh, get the Deb blog straight to your inbox. Shut the fuck up. I don't want your blog. I read. This is a very specific situation, Deb. There is another alternative available to help prevent the spread of germs. Well, okay, I don't care.
Oh, speaking of not spraying germs, we got like a foot handle on our bathroom door today.
If the handshake
Yeah, food
is
wise.
your only option, soap and water is always your best defense. Alternatively, be sure to use an alcohol hand sanitizer if water is not available. To
I don't have
reduce the
enough
spread.
alcohol for this conversation. Sorry, the joke was there. I had to. But anyways, so we got these handles now in our bathrooms at Food
All we
Lion.
need is the average number of times. What?
We got these new handles on the doors at the bathrooms in Food Lion, like where you just use your foot to open the door. It's pretty cool.
It's a handle? It's
Ha-
a handle?
Well, it's the handle for your foot.
It would
But
be
what-
a footle.
Yeah, footle.
How does that, what does it look like? What is
So
it?
like it kind of just looks like almost like a latch, but it's like kind of spiky a little bit on the top, so it can really catch the bottom of your shoe, and then you just pull it open with that. So like there's it looks just like this, like kind of like an L.
Creighton's grandma is right.
We're talking about the dirty words and stuff.
I guess that's what Tristan said.
Or is he talking about you not letting me talk?
True. That's probably what it is in this situation. And from what I just said, that's probably what it means.
Tristan, you work where I work. You had to go to the bathroom at some point. You were there for like 8 hours.
I need to smoke way fucking more next time we have a discussion. Really get into it. Definitely not high enough for this right now.
But anyways, what was
I'm
your
above those
takeaway?
human needs. I don't pee nor poop. Me either.
So, what did you think about the stats?
I'm horrified by I'm not really, actually. I think it's good that we get dirty.
Like
the
it
dirtier
helps with your
immune system.
yeah,
Yeah, it
build
helps
up.
you stay more.
Look. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Now you go. I don't.
So,
Hold on,
like,
what I was gonna say.
this whole time that Corona's been going on, I haven't been wearing, like, a mask at work. I think I wore a mask once, and I was like, I don't like the feel of this. I'm not wearing it. And the mask we have at work makes my head hurt, so I took that shit off, like, almost immediately after putting it on. And, like, I'm not saying that wearing a mask isn't helping. I don't know if it is or not. I'm not smart enough to know. But, like, from what I've been led to understand is that the masks are to prevent spreading it if you have it.
Yeah. Well,
More
Sure.
so than, like, keeping from other people having it. But I don't know the specifics of how that work, and I figured you would know, so...
it depends on the mask.
Really?
It's pretty
Now, what
much
about
all
these
it is.
cloth masks that people are
I
making?
don't know much. I just know that there's some masks that are like surgical masks
Mm-hmm.
are not to protect you from whatever's in the air. You're gonna breathe in whatever's in the air. That's gonna happen. It's to prevent you from spitting out any liquid or breathing onto your germs onto or exposed organs during surgery.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those are. The masks that you see at the airports and movies and shit that people always wear out in public, those are just surgical masks. They're literally so you don't breathe like biomatter onto organs.
Mhm.
Like that's what that's for. It just catches anything like a net would. That's what that's for. It's like to catch spit and anything big enough to actually land on an organ.
Like spittle.
Yeah,
Sputtle.
anything. Even you breathing too hard, stuff like that.
Because that's all I do is breathe heavily. Much like Darth Vader.
I'm like you. When I go to these stores during this quarantine, I don't wear a mask. I wear gloves.
I don't wear gloves either.
I wear gloves. I wear gloves because I have access to gloves, so I wear
Yeah.
them because they're like I have these.
We have access to gloves too. I haven't worn anything pretty much this whole time.
I would do gloves. I like to. If you're too clean during times like this, it's just inviting you getting sick after, by anything else.
That was my thinking too. And like my mom was like, "You should wear."
I'm
gloves.
not saying don't wash your hands or be clean. I'm
Yeah.
saying that for me, there's like a healthy medium. I
Well-
wash the fuck out of my hands anyway. I
Like-
do it all the time. Oh my god. You need to have a certain grade of mask to protect you from the particles in the air. The N95 mask will be able to block the virus from coming into contact with you as long as you properly wear the mask. It has to be very tight like an air seal. The cloth masks are only useful for keeping the virus from spreading away from you, not to you. Yeah, exactly.
So, the shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, so originally I started out not wanting to wear the mask because I was like, it was spreading so quickly at the beginning. I was like, and it wasn't really like, I mean, people were dying, but it wasn't like, it was more like very bad health, elderly people. At the beginning, at the very beginning,
Yeah.
that we knew of. And I was like, well, it sounds like, eventually this thing's going to spread to where we're all going to get it. And I don't want to have, like, my immunity lower, so I'm just not going to wear, like, anything, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to bring it home to my grandma or anything, but at the same time, like there was very little I
You're
could
like,
do, you know?
like
Because I'm in an
for me to
environment.
think that it's one thing. You shouldn't be thinking like that because you work at a place where it's too prevalent that
Well,
it's
that's
gonna
what I
be
was
around.
saying.
You should have been wearing something at least this whole time.
But I mean, like, things have been, I'm not trying to be like, well, things have been okay and I was right. I just mean, like, I've probably been, like, very lucky. You know what I mean? But-
again, I don't know. It's definitely to each their own.
But I mean, like, she was taking risks anyway. Like, you remember she was going to get surgery right after the shit broke out at hospitals where this shit was
Well,
at.
I mean, I doubt that's like her fault.
No, she could have canceled. It was an elective
Yeah.
surgery, Charlie.
I understand, but like it's a certain. You got to think when you're 85 and you have a surgery that can make you feel better, you're probably gonna
That's
want
true.
to do that.
That's fair.
Like you can say that when you can walk around normally and run still.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
mean, look, that's a fair assumption. Like, I don't know her struggle, you know?
Not yet.
Not yet. But, like, I don't know. I mean, things have been good, and, like, I'm grateful that things have been okay, you know? I'm not sitting here being like, oh, I want the virus to come at me, because I think, like, it's not going to do shit to me. I just am glad, things have been pretty okay, and that, like, this thing's kind of winding down a little bit. You know what I'm really nervous about, though? Like, them opening stuff back up.
I'm super worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to the gym.
Mhm.
I'm not going to the movies. I want to go to the movies.
So bad.
Fuck, I want to go to the movies. I might go to the movies if it's like a fucking 10 o'clock showing, like 2
And you
weeks
know nobody's
after the
gonna-
Yeah, like that's the only way I'm going.
We should do that. That'd be fun.
I wouldn't mind doing that. That's the only way I'm going to the movies.
I want to
though.
watch Birds of Prey so bad. I wanted to go see it, and then like this shit happened, and I don't even know if it's still gonna be in theaters.
I better be in a wheelchair when I'm 80. I'm tired of standing up. So they're probably not going to release a lot of the movies that were about to come out until like Christmas, till like the December time ish. The cloth must help if you put a coffee filter or vacuum filter between the fabric.
That's cool. Nice. Good look.
Do you know that?
I've seen other people say it.
So second.
You could be spitting false knowledge, Kristen.
Like
This
the
could
vacuum
be false
filters,
information.
it has to be able to block like 0.1 microbes or something.
I'm just waiting for Tristan to like fact check us, and then for Kristen to go in there and be like, "Fuck you, garlic." Just scream garlic.
Because Tristan's a vampire.
Yes.
He is a vampire.
He's a vampire. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Tristan looks like a redneck vampire. He looks like if they made like Duck Dynasty Vampire Slayer. Like he looks like the vampire that they'd be attacking.
Oh.
She's right. There you go. She's right.
Oh, nice. Fact check.
No, just be nice to him and be. Is it the beard? Yes, it's your vampire beard, is what we think. Vampires.
He
usually
grew out the
clean
beard to cover up his bite marks.
shaven. Oh,
Yeah.
smart.
Mm-hmm. He thought we wouldn't
Uncle
notice.
Si's coming for you.
Is Uncle Si dead?
I don't know. Let me see.
One of them died, didn't they?
I don't think so. Uncle Si. Black.
Is that you? Is that you?
She might be snoring.
I thought it coming from this
He
man.
is alive.
How old is he?
72.
Oh, nice.
I love that man.
Oh wow, he was in the military for a long time. Look at that, 68 to 93.
Oh, he's married.
Who is he married to?
Christine Robertson. Did she ever show up on the show?
I always thought Sly was kind of a loner, but maybe she just didn't want to be in the show.
Probably not. A lot of like they have another brother that's
Yeah,
like not on the show.
He doesn't have a beard or anything.
None of them had beards before the show.
They grew it
They
out.
grew the beards out for the show.
It
Alright, I'm
was-
gonna go to sleep. I hope y'all have an exceedingly well semi-rotation of our planet that we're on. Thank you, Dilton. You too. Have a good night. Dilton, I'm doing a podcast with Big Bro Fly on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Be aware.
So be aware if you want to be
Beware.
around for anything like that.
I'll be like probably in and out of chat as I can with work going on.
hmm
But the good thing is we have Wi-Fi at work now, so I can.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like,
Dude, it's so good when you have a place you go that doesn't have internet and then you get internet
well,
there.
that's honestly what made me seriously consider just getting a flip phone because like I have Wi-Fi literally everywhere I go. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie. Like I've also thought about it.
Yeah, and just use
like-
this whenever I'm at a place.
Exactly. I would just have I wouldn't even use the phone as a phone though. Like I would use
Yeah.
the phone as like a fucking. The only thing that would piss me off is texting. I would hate texting
Yeah,
with the fucking buttons.
Well, I mean, I could probably get around that. You know what I mean? Because I could just call people and talk to them. If I want to text them, I'll just message them on Snapchat. I don't even really text anymore with this. I talk to people on Snapchat a lot more.
It's the
than I
same as
text.
texting.
No, I know that, but I mean, if I have this and I have my flip phone and I don't have
Oh, you
this
mean
for
just
phone-
use?
Yeah,
okay,
just
I
use
see
that
what you're
for-
saying.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. I don't know. It's definitely a weird thing to go down is getting that flip phone. Because then
Yeah.
you're the flip phone guy.
Then we're
you're-
David.
Then you're Dave. Well, David's awesome though. David's different. David's awesome.
So we could just
I
be the
love
awesome
David.
flip phone guy.
I gotta call him. I still haven't called
I
him.
know. Wow. You're a horrible friend.
Friend, nephew, surrogate nephew.
You're a horrible surrogate.
I'll probably
son.
be at work, so I'll try to have it pulled up, just chilling on my phone.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude. I love you, Dylan.
I'll probably have it in the office, just like live for anybody who wants to watch it.
I got you.
So that way you get my view, but you don't get me.
Oh, shit. I haven't even been awake that long today. I can't
Guess
stop
who
yawning.
didn't know your brother was Michael? We were talking about it today. Josh. Like me and Josh were
Oh,
talking
that's
about.
funny.
Yeah, and I said something about like, duh, you know that's Charlie's brother, and that I didn't realize he has never like seen you two together.
Yeah, I mean,
And
why
he was
would-
like, wait, what? That's Charlie's brother? Because I was like,
Doesn't-
yeah.
It makes no sense when you see us from
Yeah.
the outside looking in.
Mhm.
Have you met my brother? Like, it doesn't make any sense. We don't seem like brothers
Y'all don't
until
look
we're
alike.
until we're in person together. Then we're brothers.
Mhm.
Like we're the same. We have very similar like. I don't even know how to say
personalities.
it. Sure. Like
Things
how we
you guys
say
talk
things,
about.
huh?
Bonding things.
Maybe. I mean, I've never seen Charlie and Michael in the same room together.
so he's saying
That's
that
not-
you guys
that's
are.
not true.
That means he's saying you guys are.
You've stayed at my house before.
He's saying you guys are the same person, but like, you know, you guys just flip out like you're wearing a costume right now, you know,
Oh my god.
but you're really Michael.
You both have the same vernacular. Yeah, that's what it is.
What's vernacular?
Your speech is how
Oh,
you talk.
nice.
What words you use.
What are airplanes?
Copenhagen.
I miss him.
Where are you? I miss him too. Where's he at? when
Where
you
are
need him?
you?
Where are
I'm
you?
so sorry.
Shut the fuck up. God damn it. When do you want to do this makeup podcast? Tomorrow
Friday.
or-
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Okay.
night.
Tomorrow night.
Kristen may or may not be here. I don't know. She's
I have no idea.
no idea.
I'm probably
There we
gonna
go.
have Kira. So.
That's the couch vouch right there.
Couch vouch.
Or
No, it's not. That's
we
not a
need,
couch
we
vouch.
need you to have a thing. What should be her thing? Hey, what do you want your thing to be?
I don't know. What thing?
Like, you know, we got the blazer bonus and the couch vouch. You know.
She can just not have a thing.
That's true.
I feel like she'll live.
Care chair?
What?
Care chair? She's in the chair. I don't know if she cares. She brought you food. You ought to give her something.
I don't. I told her not to bring me food.
But she brought it anyway because she's a mom and she does that.
Thank you. Again. Craig got so
If
mad at me.
Sonic
That,
wasn't closed.
huh?
If Sonic wasn't closed, it would have
I would have been much happier.
I was
my corn
9
dogs.
minutes too late.
Sonic tonic. I don't know.
I don't know. You had such a defeated look where you said it and you looked at me like I didn't want to say it.
I was
don't know
just
why
I was
said
just
it.
saying things to say them, you know.
Your eyes looked at me. You were like, I'm sorry. Like you like didn't want to. Say.
Busy Wendy. Oh, that
Is that like a
sounds-
therapist? The
That
care
sounds
chair?
like something else.
What'd you
oh,
say?
that's a Bendy Wendy. That sounds worse. Because I was looking at my Wendy's cup, and then. What?
Nothing.
Are
I
you
got a
googling
thing.
that? I wouldn't Google that.
No. Nah. I got a thing, so I did a thing.
What was your thing?
There's a thing. Okay.
Are you okay?
Yes, I got a message, and I was just
who?
attending a friend of mine. Relax, bro.
What friend?
Get out my business.
Hey, I have a question.
What's your question?
Somebody asked, or Tristan asked me about like something he's working on for you, a drawing of some kind. With you on the podcast
Okay.
with a female.
What?
I don't know.
Tristan, explain. I'm so confused.
Something he said you wanted him to make as a PDF.
The thing. Oh, you asked about earlier. Yeah, I'm getting an overlay like this, like kind of this. I'm getting an overlay made to put on top of me and Big Bro Flight's cameras whenever we're on Discord.
Oh, okay. He was talking about like a girl or something. I was like, I don't know what girl he'd want a picture of.
Oh,
himself
I took a
made with.
screenshot of me and Tim in a Discord call so that he had like something to look at
Oh,
for how
okay.
the cameras are on
Okay.
Discord. I
Okay.
said this is on a 30.
Well, that makes a lot more sense now because he was asking me. I was like, was he for me and him? Because like I have long hair, so I could see how that like would happen. Since apparently last
creatine.
since apparently last podcast we established most girls
Christine.
have long hair, and he was like, no, it wasn't for you. It's some girl with dark hair, and I was like, dark hair? Who the fuck?
I was so confused. I was like, what is?
I was
what are you
confused
talking about?
too. He was like talking to me about it, and I was like, fuck, I don't know, bro. I see this dude like 4 days a week. I don't know what he does on the weekend.
Yeah, I did. No, I
We
know
had
that.
wild, crazy, sexy parties.
I wish. Creighton, you made Taylor freak out earlier.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make Taylor
What
freak out.
happened?
So look,
What'd you do?
I sent Tristan.
bastard.
I sent Tristan lunch at 7, right?
Okay.
About 8:30, 8:45 rolls around, and I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't seen Tristan since I sent him to lunch at 7. So I was kind of worried. So I went on my communicator, and I was like, hey, Bobby, who was my manager at the time, and he was like, have you seen Tristan? I didn't get an answer. So I was like, all right, and I sent Mariana, our customer lead, to go look for him. And she walked around like the whole store and came back and was like, yeah, I don't see him. I was like, well, fuck, is he alright? You know what I mean? So his girlfriend works in the Pizza Hut next to us. So I was like, well, I'll just go over there and see if, like, she's seen him or, like, you know, heard from him at all. So I walked down there, and she's like, and I checked our time clock, too, to see if he was clocked in. But for whatever reason, it said he wasn't. So I was like, well, that's weird. So I walked over there, and she calls him, like, 3 times, and he answers one time and says, I'm at work, and then hangs up on her. So, like, I figured he was busy. So I was like, well, that's weird. He's not on the time clock, and he said he's at work. And then I was like, is he okay? Is he at something else? You know what I mean? And I walk back in, and, like, he just fucking walks by me, like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, he's been there the whole time. And I was like, what the fuck? Where you been at? And he was like, Bobby had me doing stuff in the back. And I looked at Bobby, and I was like, Bobby, why didn't you tell me? Like, you know what I mean? That you took this guy out of my department and put him in your department.
And all you did is worry Tristan's girlfriend.
And he was like, oh, I didn't hear you ask.
This is totally Creighton's fault in my eyes.
He was like, I didn't ask because, like, I was washing my hands or something. Or he didn't answer me because he was, like, washing his hands or something. So, really, it was
It's shit like that caused wars back in the day.
What? What are you talking about?
Sorry, it's like butterfly effect. Like, one little thing happened. He's washing his
is
hands, so the one little piece of information you needed didn't happen, so all these other subsequent things happened. There was an episode of The Last Kingdom about it.
This isn't like, you know, some Pat Fieldman McCoy shit, Charlie. This is like, you know, a misunderstanding that we figured out.
I mean, that's how it started today.
That we figured out.
You never know how it's going to end.
I don't think Tristan's, like, super upset. He just is upset.
Oh, no, you see the way he's typing those words. He looks pretty upset.
She was really freaking out.
Fuming.
I'm sorry I freaked her out, Tristan. We just couldn't find you, and I was worried about you, so.
Oh, Tristan. He cares.
Oh. He said, no, I don't care. LOL. But it had been, like, it was coming up on 2 hours, and, like, 2 hours not seeing somebody over there. They've either, like, one walked out and not said anything, because we had a manage to do that one time, or they might be dead in the bathroom. Because apparently that's happened before, too. It was a heart attack, don't worry.
I was about to ask, did someone murder
I think it was a heart attack. I don't know. I don't remember. Apparently that's happened, though. Or no, they were on the bench. Never mind, not the bathroom.
Do you know anything about Neuralink?
No.
Neuralink is what Elon
Can I
Musk is
guess?
working on. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I wanted to guess. Okay.
Don't guess if it's what Elon Musk is working on.
Oh. No. I wasn't going to guess that. I want to guess something
I know.
else.
I
Is
thought
it
you
something
were
that
gonna
links to your nervous system? That uses VR?
No.
Okay, go ahead. That was my only
This is
guess.
done?
Yeah.
It links to your brain. You literally
That's
would
your
get
nervous system.
nervous
Nervous system, yeah.
Those are your nerves.
Your-
Brain
that's
is...
called the nervous system. Your
Am I thinking
brain,
of the
your
wrong
brain's part of the nervous system.
Why am I thinking it's part of something else? What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Neural system, my bad. Not nervous system.
Systems.
But we learned it as the nervous system in high school. Didn't we?
Neural system, not nervous. Yes. No. Okay.
Did
I
we
was so
not learn it as the
confused.
nervous system in high school?
Well, you probably learned about the nervous system in high school. The nervous system is a different part of your...
Okay, my
The
bad.
nervous system is a highly complex part of an animal that coordinates its actions and sensory information about transmitting signals to and from different parts of its body. The nervous system detects environmental changes that impact the body, then works in tandem with the endocrine system to respond to such events. Okay. Anyway,
So what was you? What was
regardless of this, it taps into your brain, and you would get like a chunk of your skull removed, and it's literally embedded in your skull. And what it would do is it would. See, I'm not Elon Musk. I'm not smart. Like, I don't know how to say this right. The first time I heard about it, what he talked about, it would be like a pool of knowledge generator, basically. So let's say you hook up to it, and let's say I hook up to it, and we're both hooked up. You and I both now each know everything the other knows. So it's
Oh,
almost
like a Game Boy Advance, you know, when you connect them together and play the same game?
I can do it. I just read it. Let me do it. No, I'm not doing it. The neural system is responsible for the brain function. That's not it at all. No, the neural system is different from nervous system. I know. I said that. The neural system is responsible for brain function. Are you talking about the Neuralink? I'll just look up Neuralink.
I was about to say the link thing like sounds like hooking up your Game Boy Advance to your friend's Game Boy Advance and playing like the same game together. Except
That's
it's your
not what that
brains.
is.
Except it's your brains.
That's
Because
not
of
what
this
that is.
information sharing.
Like an adapter.
Yeah, like an adapter.
Don't help him with words he doesn't understand.
Let's plug our brains up to the USB cord on your computer and play Minecraft together, Charlie. That sounds fun. But I wouldn't want one. That's a lot going in my brain. I don't like that. I don't like things that are go into my body like that. I don't really like things other than food going into my body now that I think about it. This is all bad. All the time.
Water. That's not food.
Water's like, you eat water technically speaking.
No.
Kind of. When it's ice.
And when it's in all the other food you eat.
Yeah, exactly. You eat water all the time.
But you drink water too.
Do you? I don't know. I don't really drink water.
And
I
you
consume
eat.
water. I eat.
Tristan
tea.
says it's for the restoration of brain function, like blindness and brain damage, and apparently also like limbs that have gone useless.
Oh, really?
I guess stuff like that. But we've already been doing that for a few years now. But this does look like a better system instead of what we have been doing. Sounds like some Black Mirror shit. It really sounds like some Black Mirror shit. Is what it sounds
So
like.
Alexa's gonna be in my brain or what?
I hope not, man. I don't never want Alexa to be part of me. That's a scary robot voice. Maybe like Australian Alexa. I like Australian
You like
Alexa.
Australian women inside of you?
No, I don't.
That's what I'm gathering from
Not
this.
inside of me.
What about inside
Inside them.
the you and
What?
inside them?
What'd you say?
I said I made the same joke you did. But
Yeah,
like if you
okay.
said-
I was like, oh, did we just say the same thing? I was like, please say something else.
But like you could be like you could get like a robot and then put your part of your brain inside the robot. Then there'd be two of you.
I don't need two of me.
So,
The last thing, the first thing that happens if there's two of me is we kill each other. We try and kill each other. I think. I don't think two
Who
of
do you
me's
think
could
would
work
win,
together.
the robot or you?
Like, is it a robot or is it like another me?
It's a robot. Like part of your brain has been placed into this robot to
I
make
mean, it
it.
depends on the robot. Like, if it's Bender from Futurama, yeah, he's drunk. I'm fucking that robot up, but like,
Like
I
it's
don't know.
basically a human level robot.
all this machine is gonna do is turn electrodes on and off in your brain that will activate the neurons and restore function to your body. Presumably, it would basically condition your body and make it remember how to use those limbs. So if someone can't walk because of nerve paralysis, this would help them learn how to walk again.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yes, it would. It's very expensive.
I don't need it,
so
but
would it help if with like hearts? Like,
oh, like heart problems?
yeah.
I
Ooh,
guess
that's
if it
a
has
good
anything to do with your brain being the problem.
I'm part
Because,
Reuben.
like, your brain is a problem for a lot of things shutting down in your body, if not most of them. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb. That's what this all...
Did you ever
I'm a
meet
dumb.
Aaron's stepdad?
Who?
Aaron's stepdad?
I don't know who Aaron is.
The
That
one that you lived with
No.
Michael for a bit.
No.
So
No.
he had a thing in his heart, like a pacemaker or something that would tick. It was really cool. Like he would let us come up to it, like his chest and hear it, and it sounded like a watch in his chest. But so like, could that do that, or you don't know?
According to Tristan, no. The heart doesn't really work like that, I don't think. I don't think the heart has any nerves, actually. Huh?
Sounds like Iron Man.
Ooh, it does kind of sound like
I mean, hold on. Let's not say anything sounds like Iron Man, a person who doesn't exist, for a second. If anything, it sounds like...
iRobot. No? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say? iRobot's a good movie, though. One of the best Will Smith movies out there. What are you looking at now?
The weather for Acadia Parish today. God damn it. I just, sometimes I can't, like, catch up with my own thinking because of the shit that you say.
I'm like a think blocker.
I was not ready for this podcast tonight. We
You
talked
know how
about
there's-
fucking ghosts. We talked about dicks and like holding dicks and pussy.
I just wrote it down
for like 20 minutes.
I just wrote it.
Now we're talking. What the fuck? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
I wrote it down in my notes as handshakes.
Good. Thank you for writing it down as handshake. Because the people on Facebook would not have been okay with you being like, we talked about
Well, I've
holding
said all
dicks
kinds
and
of shit
pussies.
on Facebook before.
I'm sure you have.
You know the eat ass part and how that's the thumbnail for our animating show.
Oh my god.
It's like eat
Did
ass.
you put that on Facebook?
I heavily have considered it.
So you haven't.
Not yet, but I will.
Yeah. You turkey bastard.
The weird thing is, I know people I'm related to listen to it, so I don't know why I'm nervous. Eat ass? Question.
That's such a fun video.
Yeah.
Tristan said that he doesn't think the heart has any nerves.
Does it?
I think it does.
Does the heart have nerves? Normally, we do not think of the heart as a sensory organ, but it possesses a rich supply of heterogeneous nerve endings
You're a
that
heterogeneous
communicate
guy.
the. Thank you. that communicate the mechanical and chemical state of the heart to the brain via both the nerves of the in the spine. I don't know. I don't know what any of that said.
There's a
I don't know if that
sleeve-
means yes or no. I don't know if that answered my question or not.
There's a sleeve that they can put around the heart that has like electronic properties in it. So like, if your heart starts losing pace, they'll shock it to put it back into rhythm. It's horrifying.
I saw a thing where
You
they
know
made
what-
like a fake heart,
A fake heart?
and it pumps blood like a regular heart would.
Pig hearts. You can put pig hearts in people.
You can.
Normal. They make heart. They can 3D print hearts and livers now, or not livers, but they can 3D print a piece of liver that grows into a liver, so for organ transplants.
How does that work? Like, what are they using as the material to print out?
I don't know. Essentially, they pull blood or something from the body that they're gonna transplant to, and then they mix that with, I guess, the chemical composition of, like, the base chemicals to make whatever the fuck a liver is.
So can we grow a person?
Not yet, but almost.
I thought we
We're on
could.
our way.
I thought we could grow people anyway because of like the cloning thing. Even though nobody's actually cloned a person. Well, that we know of.
That we know of.
Because there's this one lady that I read an article. Huh? But I read this article about this lady or this guy, I can't remember who it was, but the scientist who claimed to have cloned somebody and didn't want to reveal who it was because of, like, all the publicity and stuff, and then just let that person, like, live their life, you know, it was like, and just quietly observed, and then published their findings. But because of all the secrecy around it, like, they can never verify if those findings were legit or not. But you were saying China clones people?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, that's what you were, the hand thing.
I didn't say shit, Creighton. Why the fuck
Whoa,
would you say that
Well, if
shit?
you're gonna say such a bold, if you're gonna,
I didn't say anything.
well, if such a bold claim,
The court will hear that I said nothing.
well, if such a
The
bold
court will hear it.
claim were
The
to,
court will hear it.
if such a bold
I
claim
said
could be
nothing.
made by an individual that we do not know, what would be the evidence of such a claim?
I don't know.
Are you just saying it? Or
Sure, I didn't say anything.
Are you-
I don't know what you're talking about. anymore.
whoever was saying that
Are we
said
still talking
was
about
just
pigs
saying
and hearts? That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I can grow people.
That's true.
Tristan said, "Fuck China," with a Y.
It's China.
China. Oh, that's what's her name from Tiger King.
I don't know.
His girl China.
I don't know what that means.
He
Is that a
changed her
tiger?
name from Chelsea to China.
Is that a tiger?
No, it was
The
this.
person?
It was an actual lady that like was part of that cult thing that I was talking about.
obsessed with me.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the meme I keep saying. It was somebody said the meme I saw was when you're 33 hours into a 48-hour Animal Crossing binge and your girlfriend asks if you want to come to bed. It's like the woman is obsessed with me, and it's Tiger King looking at the camera. It's like I assume talking about Carol Baskins.
Yes. Oh, you're talking about Joe Exotic. No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the other guy, Doc Gantel, that's in Myrtle Beach. Like remember we talked about it's kind of like a cult mentality. Like he's got all these women that like fucking like love him and stuff, and call him Bhagavan, which is like is Hindu for Lord. Yes, but he's like, oh, it doesn't mean that. It just means man of peace, or something like that. But it actually means Lord. Bhagavan.
Bakugan. Great game, apparently.
It's back.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Still going.
So far, the bioprinter, they have to do a biopsy of the organs they want to print, and then do some science stuff and print out a replica of the heart.
Some science
and then use a liquid mixture of cells, matrix, and nutrients are put into the printer and deposited in the same way that the biopsy had it. So it's like a copy and paste, but with extra steps, according to Tristan. On that note,
who would copy and paste this podcast? That was my foot rubbing against the metal.
On that note, we're gonna wrap this podcast up. I love you guys. Sorry that it started a little late tonight. For those of you that did decide to stick along with us the whole time and hang out, we'll be live tomorrow, right? We are doing the makeup on tomorrow.
Easter.
When?
12 o'clock Easter.
Okay.
12-ish.
12-ish. But I just got here. Okay, bro. Shut the fuck up. We'll see you all later. We're gonna go ahead and play out to the thing. Hopefully Philly is here to see his handiwork.
The fuck does that mean, to play us out? Sorry. Love you all.
You guys all have a fantastic night. We love you all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What?
One enemy remaining.
Another whole pot. Good shit. Gold.
I killed him. My game minimized as I shot.
Trigger.
It minimized.
Discipline. There's somebody in that truck though. Dead. I downed him.
Let's go.
Hit the other guy for armor. Downed him too. Oh my god. That literally. Dead.
Hanger in front of me. Didn't see me. Ride one. Two on me. Wait.
One's looking at me with the hill. Watch it.
Downed another.
Here.
Team white, let's fucking go, baby.
I'm kidding. Tell me I did.
One enemy remaining.
What the fuck is happening?
There's an off down.
I don't give a fuck about it.
One enemy remaining.
What? Okay.
He's fucking balls.
Oh my god. Now the plan is for Friday.
You got thirst though? Wait, there's a girl who's getting died here. Oh my god, beauty, bro.
Follow the channel.